welcome back to the channel. My name is Karsh the Goblin, this is the Goblin Cave, and we are back for our 10th episode of the Blades of Waterdeep. We have our full cast here today, and it's great to see everybody. We've just been chatting and picking on Nebraska, because, well, we got sidetracked, but it was a nice, friendly, maybe less friendly. We can pick on Canada next week. It's okay. So we're here. We're having fun. Shout out. We'll just do a quick shout out to Syrinscape for the sound and audio for all your online and offline audio needs, and for role playing, they do amazing things like a specific D&D Dragon Heist audio set for any of the four adventure paths of each autumn, springs, etc. And yeah, highly to recommend. Check it out. There's a lot of different payment options, a lot of different ways of doing it, but they are amazing. Yeah, these are the sounds that we're using. And so we'll go to our cast. Does anyone want to say hello first, or are we going to not do that, or just going to be really sullen today?
Well, I'm alphabetically first, so I'll go first then. Hey, I'm Bozo, and I'm playing Cassius, the human warlock.
Okay, and so let's go through alphabetical order. Who wants to be next? Who knows the alphabet?
Alphabetical by our username or by our name?
or by the character name. This makes it even more worse.
Well, then I
go next. People's characters' names. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I know B starts pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, B would have been before him. I mean, if we were going by our real names, I'd be next. If we were going by our usernames, then Nick would be next.
I say we roll for it.
I'm just going. I'm Green Monk, and I play Lucky the Cleric.
I'm Ursa May, and I play Belladoc Buckless, the halfling rogue.
And I'm Nick, and I play Dandelion, the human druid. Pronouns they, them.
And on one of the rare occasions, hi, my name is Karsh the Goblin. I will be the host, GM, and audio producer, and everything else that goes on. If you have any questions, please feel free in chat to say hello and whatnot. We're about 10 episodes in. We're currently on the Eye Catcher. And before we go into the first scene, I'll just point note that there's little numbers above us about here. These are color coded. If you donate $5 with the color or with the name of the character or etc., that character gets a chat dice, which I think is a D10, to be used for either an attack or a saving throw or a skill check when the character really needs that extra or is in a stressful situation. If you want to be really mean, it'll cost you $10 to actually give it to me, and I can punish the players again by that extra D10 chat die. With a attack roll, saving throw, or a skill check against them with one of the NPCs in the campaign. But we have been having a big day. In the morning, I believe, I think it was yesterday, you ran away from the horror of Maloon War Dragon, and just escaped his grasp. In the morning, you went and did a mission by negotiating and speaking to a dragon. Was that in the morning or was it in the afternoon? I think it was the afternoon. And Lucky got to touch the dragon. Oh my god! But you also agreed to, in negotiations of having the dragon leave the local vicinity, or not essentially stealing the donations for the Church of Umbley, to build a temple to the dragon. So that's going to turn out well. We haven't explored that one yet, but don't worry, I've got plans. And then, because you're in the area, Dandelion said, hey, My employer, my old employer, is not too far away. Maybe we can get some dinner. And of course, the halflings jumped at that idea. And that's where we find ourselves. We find ourselves on the eye catcher with Mr. Zarov Zord. So just in a moment. There we go.
Welcome aboard the Eye Catcher. Zardar Zord at your service.
That's a bit low, but let's bring that back up to where it needs to be. That's that one. So play that one again.
Welcome aboard the Eye Catcher. Zardar Zord at your service.
There we go. We're in the eye catcher with Mr. Zarov Zord. As explained last week, as we ended, the table is all laid out with food. There's paintings on the walls, rich curtains and drapes, and a attractive male, very pirate and very roguish, with a large black hat, a huge feather springing out of it, long black hair, a beautifully trimmed moustache, and very, very little clothing. And he beckons, please sit. I've been willing to get to know you. What can you tell me about your adventures in the city?
I have lots to say about our adventures. Nice to meet you. And I don't even look at him. I haven't really noticed how he's dressed yet because I see a turkey. So I sit down and pull off a turkey leg, start eating it, and start talking.
And everyone else is stunned?
Oh no, Dandelion goes down to sit. They're used to this. She's like, yeah, my boss doesn't wear pants. Anyway, for you.
Yep, Castle's just kind of like, he's not very comfortable. Not making eye contact, just kind of like pulls out a chair and very quietly sits down.
Belle's just kind of like looking at him, looking at the table.
Lots of food, lots of drinks.
Yep.
Dandelion
Pour
pours
myself
herself a
a
glass
drink.
of water.
Just
And then I'll use water shape to make like little animal shaped ice cubes in the water. And just like watch it twirl around. I make a little shark.
Oh, make me some of those.
Absolutely. I'll do that. The little animal shaped ice cubes.
Well, the Sea Maiden's Fair is my carnival ship. It starts in Luskin and travels down along the Sword Coast. We provide good, wholesome entertainment and fantastic street parades.
Have you seen it in my parades?
I've seen parades. I don't know if they're your parades.
If they're fantastical parades, they're certainly from the Sea Maiden's Fair.
Every parade I've seen is fantastic, so they must all be yours.
Oh, that is good to hear. It's nice to hear that they're appreciated. Please tell me, what do you do? What do you do in the city?
We're adventurers.
Adventurers, you say?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought. Adventurers were banned in the city, but well, if needs must, at least you're having fun, it seems. It's always good to be yourself and just have fun in life. Too many pressures on the population and society just seems to get you down. That's why I live out here in the bay, away from the society.
Every city has
met a
problems,
dragon.
I suppose. My job as an entertainer is to make people forget about politics for a while.
yeah, so
Yes, little one. That's absolutely
Alrighty.
so. Does
Bella,
my presence
have some grapes.
disturb you? I can put on clothes if you would like.
What? Oh, you're missing your clothes.
you're fine. Just a little odd is all. Not every
I like-
day you see somebody dressed
I
like
like it.
that.
I like your hat.
Or you can take off your own if you would like. Within reason, of course.
You know, when I'm an animal, I'm not wearing clothes.
I'm
Yep.
I'm
They'll kind
fine.
of absorb into me.
I'm good.
Okay.
Castle, how are you?
It's just kind of, looking down, eating his food, eyes glued to the plate, and just kind of mumbles to his food. I'm fine.
What kind of bird's the feather from?
I do not know.
Can I roll nature?
Mine is from a purple raven.
Really?
Can I roll nature on both of them?
Yeah, you can roll nature. You're uncertain about the Zard of Zord's feather, but it looks it's probably quite an exotic species. Maybe one you haven't seen, but the raven's a raven. It's kind of yeah. So, is there anything you'd like to ask him, or would you're just all uncomfortable in his presence?
I think I was invited here for dinner.
I was waiting for an opportune moment to talk to him about the Nimblewright and the dragon.
Oh yeah, there was other stuff.
You can ask him about the Nimblewright. What are you asking about the Nimblewright?
Well, I tell them that my associates here are looking for a Nimblewright. Apparently, a Nimblewright that was associated with an arson attack on the alley where they live nearby or somewhere in there, and are tracking it down. And we have Nimblewrights. Didn't get them where they got theirs or found theirs or wherever it was made, because apparently their Nimblewright was made in Waterdeep at the Temple of Gondor. Yep, Gondor. Anyway, I just wanted to know if you knew anything about it, or have friends who know anything about it, because everyone else isn't
When
talking.
they're not in my
I don't have a
parade,
good-
my Nimblewrights remain aboard the ships. They're perfectly harmless.
Yes. Yep, I know.
But
like,
I didn't think that there would be many Nimblewrights outside of Lantern. It's they're kind of expensive.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
We have
I
a
guess
detector.
Limited free
the
will.
thing is, I guess the thing was that the Nimblewright that was at the temple made another one.
Well, that's quite interesting. To have a Nimblewright with the intelligence enough to make another Nimblewright. Wow, the profits one could make out of such a thing. But my own Nimblewrights, they're very simplistic in their form. When they're on the ships, they do manual labour, feed the animals, etc. Or any direct gestures to the two female Nimblewrights here, or other menial tasks like serving. They do come up quite pretty, don't you believe? And they're all
Just come
polished.
look at them.
They're all polished and they're all pretty, and they're dressed quite finely, almost like they're going to a ball.
I mean, I guess it's all right. I mean,
But you've never had
I
a
mean-
ball gown? I can get one of my
No.
costume makers to design one for you.
no, I'm good. I'm good.
Are you sure?
who never knows when we need to sneak into a party? We are adventurers, and that is within our job description.
So have you ever heard of dragons?
Of course.
How about them dragons? They're really interesting.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's just silence.
Just laughter.
Yeah, at that point.
But yes, we met a dragon. Apparently, Castle has agreed to make a shrine
Bravo.
for it so that it can leave.
A shrine for a dragon. I don't know. Do you think that the people would like the shrine?
Well, he is omnipotent.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Indeed. And the city would approve of this shrine, you say?
I don't know.
Look over
Who
at Cassie
cares?
now.
We're not going to make it in the city.
Big Castle, you know more about bureaucracy. You've dealt with it more. I'm not for it.
Yep,
We're all
it's
forcing
pretty
Cassie on the pod.
complicated.
Castle, are you okay?
Yep, I'm fine. Just eating this bird.
Just eating this bird. Just eating birds.
There's fruits if you would like. We can bring other food. Is there anything you would like to eat?
No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
He's got
Our
Yeah.
cooks are some of the
Bananas.
finest in the area.
Oh, they certainly are.
I would love some fresh fruit. Just a nice selection.
There's fresh fruit all like decked
Nice.
out along
I
the
just
table
take
in
whatever.
between the meats and everything else. Well, it's good that you've
Are-
actually come
are
in here
you-
and you say that you're adventurers as well. There's a little situation that my men have been noticing in the area, and they were reported it to the guard on several occasions. It's gone unnoticed, it seems. And maybe adventurers is what the situation calls for. Could you be those adventurers?
It depends. Is there going to be adventure?
Well, in a sort.
Adventurers
Because
is a
that's what we
strong
do.
word. I'd say more investigators ish. Like that's not
Fun
illegal.
Investigator interns.
Well, we're not technically in the city out here, so we can use different words if you would like. But investigators, if it makes you feel more comfortable. I wouldn't want him to feel uncomfortable, of course.
We don't care what those stuff shirts call us. We're adventurers. That's what we are.
If I were adventurers, how much money are you paying?
Well, there may be some financial reward, of course, but I thought doing a good deed for the city would be its own reward. Wouldn't you think?
That's true. It is. What's the good deed, though?
Well, you see, there's a individual that's been known to us for some time through different ports, and we've spotted her setting up shop. It's hard to explain. She has a mechanical crab. Her name is Grinda Goloth. Oh, sorry, Grinda Garloth. She calls herself a treasure hunter, of all things, but realistically, she's just a smuggler. She set up a little operation in the slums of Mistshore. She's been providing weapons to the gangs of the city. The local guards seem to be on the take because we reported it several times, and they haven't done anything at all. They just keep on ignoring our requests to look into things.
Why do you care?
I told you, Castle.
Well,
I told you the cards were corrupt.
Well, I care because, well, if she's bringing in weapons from the city, like from other ships into the city, then we wouldn't want the city to be paying too much attention to the ships out in the bay, and well, she's destroying lives with dealing death like that, providing weapons, illegal weapons like so.
And if she's just selling weapons, she shouldn't call herself a treasure hunter. But I know what we should call ourselves now.
Yes, good point,
Yep.
Lucky. Treasure hunters. Call us treasure hunters. And I repeat, how much are we getting paid for this? Good deeds don't feed me.
Well, I
Oh,
can.
maybe you're getting
I
fed
can,
right now.
Yes, I can provide you with food
Yeah.
if that's what you wish.
Yeah, you know what feeds me? Turkey.
And please feel free. We've got some turkey here. We can always get some more cooked if you would like. But
Okay.
let's finish the table first. I believe it's good manners that way. But as for
Okay, I can do
funds,
that.
we can try to arrange something from our coffers if that's what you prefer. Is there any going rate which you would be asking for?
Well, at least 2 more turkeys.
Moons.
What was that?
5 Harper Moons.
Now I got to figure out the currency. Which one's the Harbour Moon? That's 100 gold, isn't it?
That's the ridiculous
That's a
one.
500 gold
500
one, not.
So that's 500 gold. So 2,500 gold.
Castle drops his fork. Just kind of like stops chewing.
Finally,
staring
some
at his
emotion. Finally, some emotion. Well, I don't think that's going to be appropriate. Well, I don't think we can spend that much from the coffers. If Harbour Moons is what I remember them to be in the city, please understand, we travel all throughout the Sword Coast, so remembering currencies is a troubling thing sometimes. We can provide maybe 400 dragons. Dragons are the gold coins of the areas, I believe. Would that suffice?
Yep.
Now, please be careful though. If you can neutralize her, that'd be preferable. But if I believe her to have to be dangerous. So even if you just removed her way of smuggling, that would be beneficial for the city.
What is her way of smuggling?
Would you give us 500 if we killed her?
Well, I wouldn't say kill, but you can say that if you would like. If that is on the cards, then I think that may be doable.
How's she smuggling?
She
Using
has
her crab?
She has a mechanical crab which she uses to smuggle from ships offshore. It seems to, well, she has it in her property, but I don't know how she gets it into. Well, her property is on the edge of the actual coast itself, and she crawls out into the bay, and then goes to the ships outside, and smuggles it underneath the guard and underneath the watchtowers and underneath the city officials.
So she takes it all from sunken treasure ships?
No, she takes it from actual ships.
Oh, well, that's mean.
A mechanical crab.
Yes.
Are
I
those
think,
normal?
I think she sits in it.
Oh no!
You asked if it's normal.
How did she get one of those then?
I certainly
mean,
have
is it
no
like-
idea.
I'm sure you don't.
But if something was to happen to her, wonder what would happen with the crab.
Well, I'm sure there'd be other interested parties to something that's industrious.
You can ride the crab underwater, right?
I believe she actually rides inside it.
Yeah.
Right on top of it, just to go underwater.
Riding on top of it could be a bit dangerous, with water needing to breathe it and the like.
Not for me. I'm fine.
How much do you think it'd be worth?
Well, I wouldn't mind purchasing it, but I'm already seemingly spending a lot for this initiative.
I'm sorry that we don't seem worth it.
Well, I'm just
If-
saying that.
If I get to keep the crab, you can have all my treasure.
And what treasure do you have, little one?
Well, if we kill her, 125 gold.
I think it'd be a bit more than that.
I think also we're getting some for making the dragon go away.
Yeah, we're spending it on the shrine.
Okay.
And I didn't agree to that.
You can have my share of the shrine.
I
Which
don't
is
want
nothing.
it.
And Bozo, you've been very quiet.
I Pastel is being very quiet as well.
Yes. So in character, in shock.
Yep.
Just gonna kind of nudge him. Am I doing better on that negotiating thing?
You're doing great.
Fearless
Keep rising
leader.
up the prices.
Brought low by a naked man.
He's not naked. He's just mostly naked.
95%.
If he was in Australia, it'd be called budgie smugglers.
I
Or
haven't heard that term
loincloth.
before. Oh, okay.
I think
Could
it's
be
more
worse.
94% naked, not 95.
Could be 99. Could just be in a G-string.
We haven't seen the back.
No.
Or he could be wearing only his hat.
Yep. Just the hat.
Just that.
And then
Like
just
wearing-
all our
Hey,
imaginations go away.
wait. If we kill her, you toss in the hat.
But I like my hat. It goes with my
Me
outfit.
too. Okay, we switch feathers. It's purple.
Purple is a delightful colour, but it is not easy to get a feather from where I've gotten this one, and it's a part of my, well, it's sentimental to me, I should say.
Oh, okay.
I can get you a hat made if you would like.
I like the floopsy parts. I just have a straight brim.
Well, it comes with age. When you wear a hat like this for many years, it kind of waves and moves to itself and forms, well, it has its own character.
I'm sure it does.
Hat is alive. That's all I got out of that. His hat is alive. It curls with age.
The hat's controlling him.
Oh no. It's one of the brain eaters.
That would explain why he doesn't want to give up the hat.
So that would explain why he's only wearing the hat and
Oh.
nothing else.
All the pieces are fitting together.
So would you undertake this task?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not until after dessert.
Well then let's call in dessert, shall we?
Okay.
And he claps twice, and the Nimberites walk out, and then a few minutes later come back in with desserts and pastries and pretty much whatever you can think of like a dessert for that time period. I don't really know, because I'm pretty sure ice cream's going to be off the cards.
I don't think it was.
I will
a thing
ask one
back
of the
then.
servers. I'll be like, I met a Nimblewright. He can't talk. Can you talk?
There's no response.
I'll take that as a no.
You see,
You
they
say
don't
no
have
ice
the
cream.
functionality of being the verbal functionality that we do. So it's just not built
Why
into their
not?
character.
The one we met was nice. I like him.
Well, that's always good to hear. My Nimblerites, they're just very simplistic. They do simple tasks for me.
But you say no ice cream, but is there milk?
There'd be milk and probably creams and things like that, if that's...
Cool. I freeze it and I make soft serve. With shape water, I can freeze it.
You freeze it
Here you go.
and you stir it, and put some berries in and stir it.
What's
sound
that?
It
What's
is
that?
frozen milk with berries.
Good. I want to try it.
Yes.
Our first D&D ice cream.
Yep.
Dandelion, you're amazing.
Thank you. I'm not a chef.
You're a
You know what?
genius.
You know what this would taste good on?
A lot of things.
No.
Forget the making a shrine to the dragon. Let's make a shrine for Dandelion.
Little flowers.
What? I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, did you not? I mean, did you see this? This is amazing. It's frozen milk.
Indeed.
At this point, I think my boss is just a robot. He just has preset voices that he just spouts out. He's also a Nimberite.
The strange thing
More
is,
more
they're not
evidence
just
that the hat is in
preset,
control.
but there's like about 5 different of each one. So I could keep pressing it to be different ones, but of saying the same thing in slightly different ways.
So this man's a Nimblewright with a hat controlling him and like a billion magic mouths cast on him so he can talk normally.
Yeah.
The hat's magic
Hey.
mouth.
So, what would happen if we attacked the hat? Would we get it? Could we take a ship?
The
Why
hat
would,
polymorphs.
we want to hurt the hat? The hat is nice.
The hat is also alive.
The hat gave us turkey.
This is canon.
This is not canon.
It should
It's
be.
canon now.
Wizards take note.
I wonder how many Waterdeep campaigns have gone through where people never discovered this secret.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris Perkins, for putting this in.
Thank you, Chris Perkins, for Wizards of the Coast for having the balls to actually commission that artwork, even if they didn't go through and publish it.
Yeah.
So the dessert comes. It's fruits and berries, and you make ice cream essentially. What else would you like to do? Is there any other question you'd like to ask about?
Well, it looks like it's about time to get going, gang. Pretty tired.
I'm just gonna start grabbing food.
But if you do find out anything with like Nimblerites from, I don't know, any of your friends or whatever, just send us an email or a bird.
I was going to say email.
That'll take a bit,
Mail.
but
Mail on a snail.
Yes. Great. So I'll keep my ears out, and I'll see if I'll ask my men when they're out in the city to keep an eye out and just ask a few people that they know.
Okay, let's go get this smuggler.
I'm
Get
just
some
filling
crabs.
my cloak with food.
shoving it in.
Yeah, it's been really nice talking to you. We'll get that done for you.
Would you like a better way of carrying that?
Yes.
I mean, do you have more than one bag?
Would you like a crate or a barrel?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. But
A crate would work really good.
The
Or
food
2
may get a little
barrels.
bit squashed, but
Well, it still goes down the same.
We'll make a
Yeah.
stew.
You're gonna get
A
gravy
turkey
cake.
stew.
Oh, what about a barrel of booze?
well, I don't think we'll be handing out our booze here because it's a limited supply. You understand?
Aw. But we're
Sailors and all
little.
that.
We're growing.
Yes, and the amount that you've eaten is certainly showing that you've got the stomachs of a giant.
Well, we're halflings.
Exactly. It's scary.
I mean,
Half the
I
size,
thought-
double the stomach.
I mean, personally, I thought Lucky ate a little less than normal.
I'm still kind of full from going to the wands.
That's right. So it's quite
two
late at
beasts.
night. Once you're back on the bay, it's quite late at night. It's actually quite beautiful because you're actually being rowed from the middle of the harbour back to the actual docks itself. The moon is out. It's a nice summer afternoon or nice summer night. It's still quite warm, and it's just this gentle lapping of the water inside the harbour.
It's been another good day.
I just gotta hand the roll to Castle. Did I do good?
Oh yes, yeah, that wasn't half bad, I'd say. Well, I'll take a bite of the roll.
You clammed up a bit there, Cassiel. Usually you're the one leading our conversations and negotiations.
Normally we're talking to clothed people.
I mean, he had thigh-high boots and underpants.
That didn't
And a
help.
hat.
It didn't help.
And whatever arm thingies he had over his shoulders.
Yeah, what are those? Because, okay, you know that drawing I said that I finished when the electricity was out?
Yeah.
I was doing a drawing of him. And
Oh,
I don't know what those are.
Gotta see that. They look like they're belts or braces, maybe.
Maybe they're like suspenders to hold up his shorts.
Which is what braces are for.
Yeah.
So I do wear braces.
You
I
wouldn't
mean,
want them to fall
when I do
down.
circus work. Yep. Well, depends on how much alcohol you've had or how friendly you are. No? Or if you need to go to the toilet? So where are you headed? Are you headed to the Mist Shore or are you headed back home? Because it has been a long day and it's about midnight. It's been a very, very long day.
We could go back to. What do you guys think?
I guess we could go home. I'm kind of thirsty.
But also, if we go now, we would have the advantage of going at night. We'd be a
We
little
could
tired tomorrow.
We could scope it out.
Yes.
I mean, I guess we could do that. Just, I mean, looking
You know who-
down at my cake full of food, give me a minute.
You know who would scope it out? A treasure hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where you're
Yeah, I
going?
think we're good.
Makes
I'm
sense.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, just move that off that map and put that to the back a little bit. So I was writing notes and I wrote it on the map last night. I'll just make it easier for myself. Well, it's still clearly on the map, so just move that to the back a little bit. Let's, and as in not on your layer of the map that I was using. So let's move across to the Mist Shore. So the Mist Shore is, we'll do our big load up of the map. It's the big map as well, while we're here. So I can explain to you where the Mist Shore is. So the Mist Shore is in the old naval harbour. When I say old naval harbour, it's an enclosed section of the Waterdeep harbour where the navy used to where the navy used to reside, and in recent times the navy has kind of been left in disrepair, and so there's not actually any naval ships left.
It looks like it's close to where we were.
So it is relatively close to where you were, though you were actually out in the Great Harbour itself. You're in the deepest part of the harbour, nowhere near the shore, but inside the harbour. So at least it's not the other side of the city. We're still in the docks area, and my screen's still loading. So there's a lot of old ships which has been in disrepair. Some of them half sunken, some of them fallen over in storms, and just been left there. And those people in the docks have moved in and reclaimed the place as their own. So it's fairly slummish. All the buildings are quite small and quite cramped and in various stages of disrepair. So there's always worse slums in the city, and this is one of them. It probably ranks up there almost with the Troll Yard at the north of the city. So the Field Ward at the top of the city. We'll call it the Troll Yard, because of the Troll Gate. So that's the area that Miss Shaw is located. And I've got to... on... There we go.
Are we talking near? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. The base of Coin Alley and Sale
There we
Street.
go, yep. It's still actually not... It's still a blur on my screen because it's still loading. But, yeah. So that's the Miss Shore. It's pretty much this entire area of the naval harbour, where the docks, where the navy... There we go, we're back. Yay! Yeah, Coin Harbour and Sale Street is essentially the area. That's correct.
Okay. Well, we could probably take. I assume we were left off at those docks down around here.
Yep.
So we'll just take Sale Street.
There we go. And move you into that one. There we go. And taking Sale Street, you'd end up about there. That's there. So, the Mist Shore is not really lit up well at night. There's no actual lanterns that are being lit. Looks like an area that the Lantern Lighters Guild may want to avoid. Hence, you may need some light.
I'll light up my dagger then, or my daggers.
And I'll light up my lantern.
Okay, so just see the lantern's 40, 20?
30, 30, 30.
So it's actually 60 to 30.
Yeah.
It's weird how it changes things like that. And all players have light. And the dagger is 40.
40, 20.
Yeah, 40, 20.
Mm-hmm.
And no one has dark vision.
I would think I was going to cast dark vision and then turn into a stray cat. Sort of blend in.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes.
And what's dark vision's sight? 60?
Yes, 60.
I guess I'll throw light on my dagger as well.
There's
For the
light
lol.
everywhere.
Yep.
I think my lantern needs a little more range because it's
Yeah, it's
currently
coming up a
doing
bit weird. I'm looking at
15
that.
bright and 10 dim.
Yeah, it's coming up kind of strange. I've got the settings in.
Lantern looks good from where I'm at, but
Yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, that's better. There we
Yeah.
go.
So Cassel, you're doing light as well?
yeah, I figured I might as well.
Okay.
Light dagger buddies.
I do have a dagger.
It's gonna make things really hard, but yeah. 40, 20. There you go. So lots of different things. So that should be right. If there's any issues with your distances, please tell me. But I think it's about everybody with sight.
So, which way should we go?
I don't know.
So a lot of the buildings that look like they're shacks of once warehouses. Oh, sorry, large buildings look like they're once warehouses. Others look like they may have been, and it's really strange that they may have been cabins on ships that are now just parts of the docks and been moved onto the docks. And it's there's a lot of stray cats and stray animals and things like that in the area. You see there's a few ladies of negotiable affection walking the streets as well.
I get a little bit of turkey out and give it to one of the cats for sure.
Give it to me, just like what you do.
But otherwise, the streets are quite quiet.
Huh.
These little puddles. Is it just
There-
like a puddle, or is it like water?
That's the water off to the
Okay.
side there. So here is water. Where you're standing on is pretty much just almost a small beach or rubble that's just above the water or just on the edge of the water.
Okay. I'll listen into like the houses and just see if I hear anything interesting, like clanging of metal of someone working on something
Can you do a
versus somebody sleeping.
perception then?
So I love that, like, basically our characters have no idea where they're going and just wandering around.
And as a
In the
GM, I
dark.
love that too. I absolutely love that too. You hear from your cat's point of view that there's maybe a domestic scene going on behind one of the doors. As in a man yelling at someone, possibly his partner or possibly something else going on. It's hard to make out. It's hard to make out what is actually being said as well.
What
Trying
is
to yowl really loud as a cat, just scream and then run.
I'm just like trying to have everyone on screen at once. You're so spread out. I love it.
what is with these like rocks in a square?
They look like they're old buildings which have fallen to disrepair and they're essentially just rubble now. There's some walls still up and running, still up on them, but the rubbles are in a line of where the walls may have once been.
Well, this one right here, it made me think of a grave.
No, not a grave.
I was gonna say, like, surely not.
And Dandelion, where you were over here, there's almost a walkway that goes around the building and looks like it goes up to the ship itself. And the ship, even in the dark, you can see that it's the sails and the masts are broken. There's holes in the side of it. It looks like it has not been moved for many, many years. And you can even see that the buildings around it are actually attached to the ship.
Ship looks important.
So the buildings have actually been essentially built off it.
Is there a way for me to get onto the roof of the building in front of?
Do a climb check.
Cats have a climb of 30 feet. Would that be athletics?
Then you don't need to do a climb check.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I can essentially move you to where you want. But yeah, you can climb up on top of the building, and you're pretty much at level with the ship itself, which again looks like it's very much in disrepair. And you can see in the darkness there's people on board the deck. Some of them are sleeping, others are drinking, and well, pretty much all of them are drinking and playing games. As in, seems to be a rough gambling style of game you don't recognise.
Okay. Castle and Bella will both hear in their heads. Something's over here. Be quiet.
So I'll actually put these on the layer. So they're not all there, but they're as a representation that there's people there. But they're spread out among the top of the ship, so you can see.
I had more vision. I don't know why my vision suddenly became 25.
That's because what was happening was you had the wrong amount of vision, because that's what I was thinking there was issues before.
Okay.
But when someone had a torchlight, it doubles the vision that you had, and your vision was reacting off someone else's light. That's how dark vision works. But now you should have it right. There. There you go. And is anyone else going on
as a
top?
cat?
Is there any way onto the ship from where we are?
Sorry, there's a barrier there. I need to actually just pop you over because you can't go past
Okay.
the walls of darkness. You can't pop over, but I can pop you over just by
Yeah, okay.
if that's what you wanted. There.
Yeah, I think so.
It should work. There. Have you still got Bless on? Is that the Bless that you had on before?
Oh no, we wouldn't have bless. No.
I don't know
It
what
might-
that
it might-
was.
I don't remember blessing recently anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it was from.
Yeah. So I'll just take that mark off. But yeah, the top of the deck, there's it looks like it hasn't been used as a ship for many, many, many years. It looks like it's been in port for a long time. And it just looks like it's used as maybe sleeping quarters or a hideout or something. And those people that are roughing it on top of the ship and drinking, and there are people drinking on the back of the ship. They haven't noticed you yet. Although if you keep moving around, you may be. Especially when you've got lights, torches. Kint,
All right.
you hear a yell. What are you doing on our ship?
Hi.
Get off
Your
our ship.
ship?
This is our ship. You're on the
you
count
sure?
of 5. 3,
Got it.
2,
How do you count to 5?
1.
Rude.
And that's initiative order. I gave you a
Really?
count of 5. Just because they can't count. I will have some of these asleep though, because I did say they were asleep. So don't worry, like they're not all awake. I'm gonna mark some of them.
And I get a +2 to that because cats.
Because cats are cats. See if we can just move this into where it needs to be. Okay.
I'm sitting on the
and-
barrel. I'm just watching.
I don't see where these guys are. Could I see? Do they have any light? Or are they in the dark?
There seems to be drinking by almost candlelight or just night light.
Okay.
So,
Could you
well-
point out where they are then?
Back of the ship.
There. Okay.
The good part is, that should have actually come up with your light, but I think there may also be a dynamic lighting. No, there's not dynamic lighting difference. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll put some light on one of them and just so you can see. Say 60. There you go.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
There you
Lots of
should
them.
see them.
there are a lot.
Yeah. There you go. So there you should be able to see them.
I see them.
Are they on the top deck or are they underneath where they're stairs?
They're on the top.
So they have the high ground.
It's
If you want to
called
have high
the
ground and
poop
low
deck.
ground. Is it called the poop deck? Because when you poop, it goes from the top to the low.
You guys are on the poop deck.
Me
boy.
and Lucky are used to people having the high ground.
So you're given a count of 5. They are getting ready. They seem to be moving, and they're trying to draw weapons. And they do actually have weapons. They do have weapons with them. What would you like to do, Cassell?
I'm going to go ahead and summoning the black smoke, cast Hex on the nearest one, which would be this one.
Yep.
And then I'll just fire an Eldritch Blast at it.
And do your Eldritch Blast then. We'll do that for our hex for the moment. Yep, hexed and Eldritch Blast is 15.
Terrible roll. It's
I don't think it hits.
That's a miss.
Walt walt.
Yeah, what? Any movement?
Alright. You know what? I think I'll just move back one step.
Okay. Lucky. Adventurer. Sorry. Treasure Hunter.
Treasure hunters! You faced the wrong treasure hunters! I noticed that Castle misses. I'm like, I think you'll start hitting soon. Don't worry. And
Less on everybody?
For 3 of us.
Just Dandelion's too far away.
Yeah, so the 3 of us that are not cats.
Any movement? I've got 2 things in the GM layer, which
I think I'll just move there.
Okay. Bella.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I want to. Yeah, I'll just throw a dagger at him.
Is it the lighted dagger or a different one?
A different one.
Just checking.
Yeah, I'm not.
Just checking. I will notice that on your character sheet you have a short bow and a scimitar.
Oh yeah. No, I don't have the scimitar. I did drop that. I think it just never got taken off.
I would highly suggest taking them off.
Yeah.
If you rest it again.
I'd also ask you to check the bless token on your sheet.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Because so the bless actually works for attacks.
Yeah, that.
And that would
and
hit
saves.
with the bless, with any bless, it would hit. Otherwise, you miss. Oh wait, no. Bless is what, D6?
D4.
A D4.
Okay, let's see if it's going to hit or not. No, it misses just. So you throw your dagger out.
My dagger.
Throw your dagger out. The one that's hexed, I'm guessing, and it just slices through his cloak and through his clothing and out the other side, but it doesn't actually do any damage to him.
I will say that as far as the hex goes, I'll give him disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
Just cleared that up.
Okay. Never really use that version of the hex. It's usually just the damage and the things. Any other movement or actions?
I used all my move.
Okay.
I do have bonus action dash.
You do?
Yeah, so I could have got a bit closer, but I'll stay where I'm at right now.
Yep.
Just kind of shake my fist at him. Come on and fight me!
Well, that's okay. You're the only one up there, as far as they're concerned. Dandelion, what would you like to do?
As a cat, I will continue on my way along the railing of the ship, and then hop onto the roof of a building over here. And then I'm just going to try to look around and look at get a high point, like a high vantage point, and look at all the buildings just to see if anything else looks interesting.
Perception
just
check.
to see if this place is in. Okay.
Okay. You see down here a sign in front of the door saying Treasure Hunter.
Oh, hey, there it is.
So close. Just so close. So it actually has the name of the person, Grinda Garloth, Treasure Hunter.
All right, I see that, and I point with my palm, like, "Oh, hey guys, it's over there." But no one can understand me. I just have a bunch of cat meows.
Yeah, and they're in combat as well. And the bandits go. And this one here is trying to wake up his friends. Only one attack. And I think a 20 is going to hit.
Yes.
Yes. But only 2 damage, so it's not too
Yeah.
bad. Could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
And that's the only one that can hit. So there you go. Castle.
Yep, I'm just going to move to here, and I'll fire another Eldritch Blast with the one that I have hexed.
Yep. Much better attack. 14 damage. So with the 14 damage, the hex actually hits him and throws him back in his mid-charge, or his mid-running, and throws him limply to the deck.
Okay, and with my bonus action, I will hex the one next to Bella. And that's my turn. I'll give him disadvantage on strength checks as well.
Okay, so you don't want him to pick up Bella and throw Bella off over the ship.
Yeah,
Which is
go with
what
that.
I'm thinking of doing. Ow! You're short, lightish. It's not a racist thing. I'm just pointing it out. That's all. Lucky.
They could certainly try to.
All right. Okay, so as a bonus action, I will be casting a spell. Which will do.
Damage or healings?
I'm not sure why I have advantage click. That's the problem.
Yep. But 10's the first one.
Yeah. And I didn't click. Oh, I don't have blessed to click on my sheet. That's right. So could you throw a D4 at as well?
It's going to be important.
It'll be on the one attacking Bella right here.
It hits.
So 8 damage.
So can you describe your spiritual weapon this time?
Yeah. Well, this one's easy because he's on a ship. So a piece of the rigging just fall. Some of the rope, like the thick, like that kind of rope, falls and just lands on his head
and starts swinging.
Yeah, and and boy, and it gives him a heart attack.
Oh, Toll of the Dead. What's the saving throw? Wisdom. There we go.
Wow, Carson's really surprised.
I know, and it throws for you.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
There we go. He passes,
Oh,
maybe?
I think you did it. Yeah.
It
Unless
still
he has a
takes-
minus. None. He takes none from that, but he takes the 8 from the spiritual weapon.
Wow. And that wasn't the Bella's one, that was the other one.
That's the one on Bella, right there.
Okay. There we go. It comes down and hits him and it knocks him and whoa. Really shocked at the rigging just fell on him and the rope's still swinging. And it looks like it's got like a piece of wood, like a chunk of the mast still stuck on it, and that's
With
what
the
hit
nail
him.
in it.
So now there's that flying around. Any movement?
No, I think I'm going to stay right where I am.
Okay.
And just to point out that the spiritual weapon is right there right now. Right there.
Okay. I don't think I've got rigging as an asset.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Well, little golden smudge will work just fine.
Okay. And you'll be able to move that smudge as well. Okay.
Awesome.
Bella.
Just gonna.
Quietly. Dagger. Kill.
Just quietly get up behind him and dagger him.
And kill him. That's 2 people
Kill.
you have killed.
Yep.
How do you feel about this?
She doesn't care.
No, she doesn't. Dandelion.
But also, I'm just gonna stick my tongue out at this one.
Well, I can't do much as a cat, so maybe I'll try to cause a distraction for the guy who's still awake over here. Like, what's the environment? Are there, like, tables or anything?
So what you see is up the top there is a like bedrolls and like not really cots, but pretty much makeshift bedrolls and stuff like that. There's barrels that look like they've been used as chairs and tables, and that's pretty much what they've got up here. And the one that's still awake up the top is trying to wake the others up, and they're rousing.
You know what I'll do is I'll hop up onto the table, jump off the table, and go for this guy's face.
Okay, so a kitty cat attack.
Yep. Can I look at my...
So you're going to
My
attack or
claws.
try to distract?
Mostly I just wanted to distract him.
Okay, because
But
if
I
you
don't know how
if
I'll
you
do it.
distract, I'll say that he's not able to wake the others because you're distracting him.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have been active this round.
Okay.
Um,
Then
so-
I'll do that. I'll distract him and jump at his face.
Okay, so kitty cat attack. From the druid. Bandit is going to move over to here and try to grab Bella. So is it athlete? I've got to do an attack roll first. Is that right?
Athletics roll.
Athletics roll.
Athletics.
Versus Bella's athletics.
Or her acrobatics.
That doesn't work. So he tries to grab Bella, and as he's leaning over, he gets bopped by the rigging, which is still swinging, and falls over his companion. He's still on his feet, mechanically speaking, but he's not in a good way. The other one is going to try to do the same thing, but going to try to throw the cat off his face over the side of the ship. One's going to be a solid landing, one's going to be a splashy landing, so we'll see which way he goes if he does succeed. But it's the same thing. Oh, I didn't see that as well. Ursula, that's a... Yeah. My fumble to your critical success. Well done.
She just kind of like, oh dear.
Same thing for Dandelion. Oh god. Can you do an athletics, please? Or acrobatics, which one?
Okay, I'll do acrobatics because cats have a 3 of strength.
Yep.
I should dex. I get a +2. 8.
Oh. So he pulls
Bye, guys.
pulls the cat off his face, pulls you off his face, clawing, and he's trying to throw you, and you're still attached to his arm as he lets go, and you're still there on him. I've tried this with my little goblin, and he holds on so much for dear life. Less claws though. But I'm not going to give him damage off that. And the others are
It's that
still
one thing
not woken.
where you'll pet a cat's belly and they'll just grab your arm and just start kicking and biting.
Yeah.
It's like an Umbrax, but less furry. Like more furry, more cute than an Umbrax. Guess so.
Yeah. Now, how clear, if I was going to try and Eldritch Blast the one that Dandelion is tangled up with, how clear would my shot be?
Well, Dandelion's a small target, but I'll still have a chance for Dandelion being hit. So I'll do a 2 in 20 chance of Dandelion being hit. So
All right, I'll probably just move my hex to the one by Bella and shoot at that one instead.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. I don't even bother with the hex. That's, yeah. Again, you have just obliterated, and the body goes flying by a lot more damage than what it needed to be.
Neat.
I'll move a little forward, and that'll be my turn.
So Cassell, the group leader, the quiet one, but also the dark hex bringer of evil and fish, dried fish. I don't know.
It will chase you down if you steal like 3 coppers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Watch out, evildoers.
Mm-hmm.
Chase you down, and then have the money I was trying to return stolen from me.
Also can't look a barely clothed man in the eye.
Lucky.
All right, I'm going to move to there. Spiritual weapon as bonus action. 5.
Can it make it?
And no, but it can get closer.
Yeah.
So the mast is swinging around right now in the wind, and this guy right here, wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save. This is never good.
It told the dead.
Okay. That's usually even worse. But he
Nope,
passes.
he's fine. That's my turn.
Yep. I will say the Toll the Dead so close to 4 sleeping people. He's going to wake them.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
Just narratively, yeah.
Nope, that makes sense.
If-
As the mast swings over and it's like...
Yeah, narratively, it makes sense to me. Just like using
Yeah.
Booming Blade outside of a watch post. He's going to alert a watch post.
Makes sense to me.
It's just the
It
difference
was a
is
boring battle anyway.
yeah. The difference is that the Rusty Daggers don't know that they're walking into a trap, and because they use Booming Blade. Bella.
Let's see. Bonus action. What?
I was going to say you can go diagonally, but if you're using
I
your
wasn't
keyboard,
sure. I always feel kind of bad when I do it.
Yeah. Okay, so
But-
basics are in D&D 5th edition you can move diagonally as a part of your move, but in Pathfinder you have to move by just like your 4 directions instead.
Okay. Well, I got bonus action to dash, so it's not that
Yeah.
big of a deal.
Yep.
And just, guess you know what?
So you got advantage because there's 2 people facing.
Okay.
Although I won't say that because Dandelion's still a cat and kind of attached to the one. Like
Would the enemy be prone?
Yeah, okay, I'll allow the enemy to be prone this round. So yes, advantage again.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for that, Cassell. Sorry,
Yeah.
Bozo.
And dagger.
Does that have sneak attack on top of that? Because of the prone and
Oh,
advantage?
yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Can you do it? My keyboard's been acting up, so I can't.
Is it 1 or
type.
2d6?
2d6.
Okay. Dead. Dead as he's waking up. Again, I'd ask you how you feel, but it's obvious that you don't feel a thing. You cold, heartless person. Dandelion.
There's a lot of bitterness in this halfling.
Dandelion's going to use their action to disengage and kick off this guy's face and go running over to the railing behind Bella.
Yep. Any other movement? Any other...
I don't have any bonus action thing.
Okay.
So I just use my action to disengage and bounce off his face and then run.
Okay. So now they're up and they're moving.
Hi.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just move the dead body off there. Makes it easier to control.
He's just standing on the railing. Whoa.
Hi, how are you?
I'm going to give 2 advantage on the attacks because they're kind of almost directly opposite. As in these 2. But I just yeah. In theory they should be about there, but the grid doesn't allow me. So I'll do the first 2 and then I'll do the others. Actually, no. I'm going to do something else. 2 are going to try to do strength checks, and 2 are going to assist them. That's what we're going to do.
Okay. Alrighty
So
then.
they've got advantage on these checks. So the first one, to try to pick up Bella. Do athletics or acrobatics, which other one?
Acrobatics.
Wow, just pass. Oh wait, no, you don't have advantage.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And so they pick you up. And 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to pick you up. And they start moving towards...
Racists!
So many things here. They start moving towards this end. And if they didn't... they get to about there. Because they had some of them had a bit more movement than others. And that's where they get to.
In a screechy cat yell, you only hear, if you could understand cat, it'd be saying, "Unhand the halfling." Tears hissing.
But
Bella's just screeching like a cat. Racists!
So hands up who understands cat? Anyone? No? No. Okay. Your monologue was wasted, sorry.
I think I understand. Kitty wants a treat.
So Bella's carried off to the other side and is almost hung over the edge of the ship. He says, "Get off the ship, or she gets off first." As in, she leaves off the side. And that's their action. What do you do?
It'll be okay, Castle.
I'm trying to think, is there some reason a halfling can't swim? And I'm really struggling here.
You're also about 30 feet up. Because they're on the next deck up. You don't know if she's going to hit the water. You think she's going to hit water.
Oh, so they might chuck her out onto the dock.
Yeah,
Bella
I
can
don't know
see
what's on
that
the other
there's
side.
a dock underneath.
Yeah, so they might chuck her out onto the dock.
Bella can see there's dock underneath.
They'll only toss her on the dock if they're living.
That's what I'm thinking. You gotta. I've been rolling pretty good. So I will, if I can see the one that's holding onto her, I'll move the hex onto him, and I'll try to dome him in the head.
It's this one. It's actually two of them that's holding onto her.
What's the other one?
So I'll mark the
I
two.
assume
The
it's
two
like-
adjacent.
I
I'm
assume it's
imagining.
like that one and that one.
I'll do it pink because Bella's
Okay.
pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I'll
And
do the
others
one
are
that's
more protecting.
Also, I would like to point out it's a light purple. It's not pink.
Mauve.
It is supposed to be light purple, but it's come off across pink. Yes.
I don't do pink.
I'm going to hex the one that's closer to me, but grabbing onto Bella,
Yep.
and then I will go ahead and use the Eldritch Blast on that one too.
Ouch. Bella, can you do a dex save, please?
Yep.
Roll again. You're a halfway.
Oh yeah.
Roll again.
15.
Good roll, because you saw where you were. It wasn't going to be a splash. So, as the blast goes and his body falls over, you swing out in the arms of the second bandit, and you swing out over the side of the ship, and over, you can see that there's wharf, and there's water. And you're going in the direction of the wharf.
Mm-hmm.
And Lucky, what would you...
Well, the mat or the rigging swings over there, and let's see. Do I have a?
It's a hit? On which one?
The one holding it right there. For 12.
Okay. And again, can I have a dex save, please, Bella?
Dick. 15.
Hey, this time you start swinging in the direction, but as the person holding you falls to the ground, you swing out from the impact, and you actually hit the actual side of the ship instead of actually going over it.
Ow.
Any other movements?
And I do. There's a Toll of the Dead on this guy right there,
Okay.
and I move in.
So I forget bonus actions. It's not advantage, so he fails the Toll of the Dead.
Missed one. Okay. Has that guy has not taken any damage, right?
No, he has not.
Okay, so he takes how much?
6 is not bad. And again, loud noises, maybe waking other people up.
Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
It'll be okay.
Bella, you're on the ship, not over it,
Okay, so
and you're free.
cool. Can't believe it had to take two of you to try to throw me over a ship.
Yeah, they're still going to try.
Well, dagger you.
There we go. So
I
that
don't
does
think I
hit. I
had-
don't think the sneak attack's going to be
Yeah.
there. But yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
5's a
just-
hit.
Yeah.
5 damage.
Okay. Disengage. Like, come and get me.
Done. They can do that. Dandelion?
Dandelion's gonna run up at this guy and jump on his face. And I'm gonna try to maneuver him so that when he's freaking out, he'll accidentally fall over the railing. I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's what I'm aiming for.
Okay.
Would I roll anything for that, or is that just him?
So it's a push. So it's a push attack. Essentially, it's your strength versus his dex or strength. Also, his
I have a -4.
athletics or yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Alright, I
You're
have a
a cat. You
-4.
pointed this out. You have very little strength, but that's what we're doing. It's a push. So you've got
Alright.
-4.
Jumping up and going for his face, and hopefully he falls.
Yep. And he doesn't have acrobatics or things like that, so he's just going to roll straight on strength.
I got a 13. So it's a
And he takes falling damage.
-4.
Oh my. You killed him!
Death by
Yes.
cat.
Death by cat. And you fall over the railing as well, and you land on his body, 4 feet down. But very happy with yourselves.
I do that little cat kneading thing just into his dead body.
Oh, that's painful. I've had
Squish,
cats.
squish, squish, squish.
I've had a cat do that to me. They're so painful.
And
But
he'd
he's dead,
probably
he's
eat
dead.
his face.
I'm not that hungry. I had 2 full meals today. I'm good. I'm just
That's
gonna eat
whatever
his
happens.
body.
to Somebody owns a cat who gets discovered later.
Yeah. And he runs and just dives off the side. there is nothing more for him to do. You've slaughtered all of his friends.
Into the wharf or into the water, though?
Into the water.
Straight on the dock.
Ah,
No,
alright.
into the water. Into the water. He doesn't dive into the... No. But if you... Like, I'll show you where... if you just have a look here, that's where... No, I'm just putting you so you can see. Belle was hanging over here.
Mhm.
So
I wasn't too worried.
just like they were going to throw her onto the dock. So yeah, that's what was going to happen. And that's 3d6 damage. So that was yeah.
We've been in danger lots of times. We always seem to get out of it fine.
You just slaughtered a
3d6
group
won't
of
kill me.
No, but it's damage.
Yeah. But
All right.
that's-
So are there any doors like underneath the usually there's something, like in this kind of area.
There are doors there, but they look like they've been like it looks like they've been long shattered, and inside is just it's just rubble. All the inside of the ship is rubble. The only reason why there's the reason why they're sleeping on the top of the ship is because all the inside is collapsed and is in ruin and is essentially inaccessible.
Okay. Well,
front
I'll
and back, and even the belly.
start taking a look around the ship. See if I can find any stores of weapons or a mechanical crab.
Oh, yeah, but now Dandelion's making a bunch of cat noises, yowling, hopping up and down.
I'll
on the roof,
peer
trying to
over the
point
side
towards
of the ship looking for a crab.
I'm gonna just peer over the side of the ship, give her a give the cat a thumbs up.
I don't see a crab, but the water's very dark.
Okay, so you can see, well, there are a couple of crossbows. Look like they're old worn crossbows on the deck. And there's also some scimitars. Again, old worn, but that's all there is. One per each bandit.
Doesn't seem like
Also-
a lot to be selling.
So, is there any daggers on any of them?
You threw your dagger and missed, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Oh, you're looking for... they do have daggers. They'll have a dagger each.
That's lots of daggers.
Yeah, poor quality though, so you'd have -1 damage on each one of them.
No.
The dagger she missed, it went over the side, did it? Or We'll find another dagger.
If it was the one that was on, if it was the one that had light on it, would be so much easier to find.
I'm
I've
not
got-
throwing the one that has the light on it.
Actually, I've got to remember, every time you use that dagger in combat, I'm going to turn the light off when it's inside the body. Just for added effect, I think. I love the options Roll20 gives me.
Question.
Yes, 7.
What kind of footwear are these people wearing?
They're wearing footwear which would be associated with maybe sailors, but they're quite worn and quite. It's been a long time since they were repaired.
So it's like an old shoe.
Yeah, old shoes, but deck shoes.
All right. That's all I was wondering then.
That's the weirdest questions. It's like
Exact.
I still don't know what the barrel of fish is about, but so yeah, and Dandelion's still at the side of the ship, like purring and trying to get attention.
I'm bouncing up and down, just like meow, 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 meow. Just trying to get you guys over to where I am.
It
I'm
works.
gonna lead you.
It works.
And then I'll
Hi!
hop off
But I
the
pick you
boat.
up and I start like, whoa!
Playing.
It's just like pause on your face. Stop. I got it's over there. And
Who
hand
wants the scratchy tummy? Who wants the scratchy tummy?
just kicking you in the
Way to
face.
go.
Pause.
I'm knocking that guy over. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Still, but no, over there.
I noticed the pause doing this thing.
On this.
If I
I
notice
still
the
think-
pause actually like doing something weird, I'll
Just
put
holding my
it
paws, just a
down.
no.
Yeah.
Like,
There
I
you
still
go.
think we should build the shrine to Dandelion, not the dragon.
What do you
Because
see, kitty? What do you see?
they invented ice cream and they took down knocked down a person as a cat.
And
I mean, they
killed him.
killed a person as a cat.
So I put them down and what do you see, kitty?
All right, then Dandelion will run off the edge and then hop down like the piles of trash to get to the bottom, and then I'll run over to wherever the sign was.
Over in front of that door.
Okay.
Okay,
We will
I'll
follow.
sit here and wait for you.
Well,
guys.
I need to see what's in this barrel first.
Okay.
Hold on, I
Don't
can
just fish.
tell.
The barrels themselves, the barrels and the crates are long past their use by date. As in, if they're like the food that was once in there is just not food anymore. It's more of an amalgamation of something.
Okay, it's food.
It's not sentient yet, but you think
Not
a
sentient,
few more
okay.
months.
I was hoping for something heavy.
Oh, it slushes.
Could
And
you
it's
cast
got some weight
magic
to it.
on it?
No, I think we gotta hide these bodies or something. I'm just gonna shove the
there's
bodies underneath the
An
stairs. I guess.
ocean.
I mean, yeah.
There's an ocean right there. See, look. And I take a crossbow and I throw it over the side.
They're heavy.
Um,
I mean, uh-oh.
Hey, Experiencers, thanks for the hosts. Thanks for coming in and joining us. For the bodies, you think maybe you could probably put them in the barrels, but it also may increase the likelihood of sentience later.
Oh, into the barrels they go.
Okay, we're at slime and ooze growing.
Yeah, I'm a slime rancher.
Slime major. Jubilex is the god of oozes and slimes. Just as a heads up.
Okay, so I did roll a strength save earlier to drag somebody, so I'll do what Castle says.
Yep. Nope, these are going in the barrels.
All right, barrels it is.
Oh,
What is it
boy.
with you
Pam-
barrels?
Pam the lids back on if you can.
Okay.
That's just gross. Really, really, really gross. Where's Dandelion riding off to?
Since they're buried by the
I
water.
followed Dandelion, so I'm not on deck anymore.
Okay.
Well,
Help
Dandelion
me
was waiting.
tassel
They were
barrel some
checking
bodies.
the perimeter.
Okay.
They're just looking for back doors.
So door are the only two doors into the location. There's an old.
And then the entire backside is just water, right?
Yeah. Yep, the entire back side is on water. It looks like it's actually overhanging the water almost. Well, actually, do a perception. Or an investigation. Either one is applicable.
Perception.
It actually does look like it's in the water itself. So it's sitting on the water.
I look. There's this look of astonishment on the cat's face, and then I turn into my human person, and I'm like, I'm gonna turn into a shark and see what's under there. I dive into the water.
As a cat diving into the water.
Well, I turn into a person to talk, and then I dive into the water and turn into a shark.
Okay.
My reef shark.
Your reef shark. You still have the reef shark? There we go. So this is when having a GM layer is so much fun. This has not been moved. This was just here.
And Nick, you Dandelion hears. Dandelion hears. If you see a crab, let me know. Do you see a crab? Is there a crab? Just tell me if there's a crab. No, I'm contacting your brain,
so
you can actually.
Contacting your brain.
Oh God, there's a big ass thing under here.
Yeah.
You just hear me
crab?
like, oh my God, what is that?
Pictures.
Huge
Does
shadow.
it have these? You can't see what I'm doing, I know.
Yeah.
But just imagine.
You see a shadow of a large shark swim in the distance past. And it's a large shark. It's bigger than the ones that you faced earlier that day at the rift. One thing you also will note, which is something quite strange, is the building itself seems to be set on stilts over the water itself, at least the back half. So I will do a little bit of freehand drawing. So this half of the building is set on stilts over the water itself. But from this to here, and I can't really put you into it, there's looks like a large metal door, like a trap door, that's underneath the building. So as you swim underneath, there's this large metal trapdoor that's above you, and it doesn't look like it's not a normal thing for a building to have a large metal trapdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely staying near the stilts and just the building to just maybe the shark doesn't notice me. But I'm gonna look at the trapdoor.
Yep.
It's closed right now, right?
It is closed right now. You don't know how it's sealed, but it looks like it's got large loops to hold onto and pull. If that makes sense. On the underneath.
Oh.
So it looks like underneath the trapdoor there's large rings to hold, like they look like you can hold on to. As in when I say large, I mean large rings.
If Lucky's still pinging me mentally, I'll send him mental pictures of what I'm seeing, the huge loop things.
I can't do mental pictures. I can only do words.
Okay, words. I described to you, there's a metal trapdoor with two huge, looks like pulleys to open it maybe, but they are gigantic.
So like giant mechanical crab size.
Probably.
Okay, we're in the right place. Let's wait for the others.
All right. And I quickly get out of the water.
I'll tell you what they're
Giant
doing
shark under there.
later.
So I'll GM layer the shark so you don't need to be there. And you're back to human form for the first time in a while. And after a little bit of stuffing the bodies into the barrels, you had to be a little bit creative. How dark do you want to be in your creativeness?
I'm not chopping any limbs off, but if I have to bend a knee the wrong way to get it to fit, I'm definitely,
What about
Okay.
melting them with acid?
The melting of acid is what we're talking about in the barrels.
Oh, sick.
Like,
So I don't have to
This
work
is what I'm
that
saying,
much.
that like the food has rotted so much that you're putting
So
it's going to eat
what I'm
the-
hearing is if they just put them in like up to their torsos, then if we come back a couple days later, you could probably finish it up.
or that eventually the bodies will just sink in further as the bottom degrade.
So yeah, I think the most efficient way to do this is by taking their 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 shirts and tying their arms together, so that and then you can just kind of jam them in, and then they'll just sink down, and there's not anything for them to get caught on.
Okay. So we're not hacking bodies, we're not having to get a sledgehammer or something to break the knees to fit them properly, but just
work smarter, not harder.
okay.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Castle. Do you need to talk? I mean, are you okay?
I'll like turn to Bella, like blink probably like 8 or 9 times, and then just be like, yes. Then we'll go back to jamming the body.
This is
I
also
can't-
coming from Bella, who has no qualms of just killing people in their sleep. And
I
asked
know.
if the employer wanted to kill this person.
I'm picturing there's that little video with the Nazis, but in this case, I'm seeing Bella and Castle, and Bella's looking at these people getting shoved in these barrels. She's like, "Are we the baddies?"
In the SS uniform.
I didn't see the baddie.
What was that guy's name?
That's what's going on right now.
What is Zordar? The Nike guy.
Zardov sword.
Zarda.
Zardos.
Zadar, sorry.
I can't believe that's what broke him.
You're seeing some guy in his underwear and tie-dye boots.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's all right, Castle. I mean, it's all right. I don't judge you.
He judged
Sure,
it.
you don't.
I'm okay. If you want me to stuff more bodies in a barrel, I'll help you.
I think this is the last one.
As
Okay,
you're
for sure.
pushing the body down, the ooze comes out the side a little bit.
All right. Yeah, we go to find the other two.
Yep. And I think it may be time to do just to have a little bit of a break. So we're close to it, and this scene may go a bit longer than, like, it may go long, may go short. So I just thought we'll take a break now, and then we'll have the scene and see what comes of this. You found the location at the front. It says Grinda Garloth, treasure hunter, out in front of the front door. And it's got a front door, a side door, and you've also found that the back of the property or the back of the building is on stilts above the water. Looks like on pylons really above the water, and there's a large metal trapdoor with like big large metal rings or iron rings attached to that trapdoor from the underneath. And that's where we are. That's where we'll find ourselves, and I think we'll just leave it at that for the moment because.
Be honest, we haven't roasted Nebraska in a couple hours, so
No, I
Like
think,
you.
I think
Right,
Canada was
right.
next, but we'll try to keep this quick so we actually get back into it. Because we have a tendency of, on our breaks, to chat instead of getting back into it. So let's try to make this as a break, and then get back into it, and see how we go. Because I'm curious as to see where we go from here. And I did miss something audio-wise. I've just found that there's actually the Dinner with Zardov's music, which I totally missed. So I'll put that on. I was looking at all the bits and pieces, or his single sound sets, not the fact that there's actually background audio. So we'll use that for a break, and we'll be back hopefully very shortly. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back soon. And let's see if that's going to come through. Oh, it's just swimming hammocks and bows in the waves. Okay, it's just ocean sounds, but it's at least appropriate for the location as well. So back soon. Bye. And we're back to the channel. Welcome back. We're here for our second half of our 10th episode of the Blades of Waterdeep. Our cast members, our players, our adventurers, our treasure hunters, find themselves in the slums of Mistshore, once a thriving military docks naval base, essentially, which is now run down, and the ships that were once there are now just floating wrecks for people to camp in and on and defend from each other, as most of them are overrun by gangs. They've located the Grindel Garloth's treasure hunting location, her abode, which has two entrances to the building itself, and they've also checked underneath it where there's a large metal hatch to the back of the building, which overhangs into the bay itself. And that's where we find ourselves, and it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's quite late. Oh, and Jubilex will be pleased as it's received some offerings. The god of oozes. So, what's the plan?
Well,
We go in and kill her?
I'm thinking in there
Just barge in.
and then kill her.
That's kind of our style, so.
I still got spells. I've only used wild shape right now, and I've killed the dude as a cat, so I'm ready, I'm
I
ready to
have
go.
lots of spells left too.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, speaking of spells, before we go charging in, the bless goes up.
Okay, don't forget to...
I hope everything turns out okay.
So who wants to take the front door and who wants to take this door?
Which door's the front door, which door's this door?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm saying this door as the
This
one
door's
closest
this
to
door's
us.
the one we're at.
where's the other door? Over here?
It's
Yeah,
like
on the
not
other
where
side.
we're at.
Okay.
So there are two doors.
Okay.
You
And
just go barge in, go breach and clear.
Yeah.
I think maybe Bella should go in first.
there's 3 people in the party that can pick locks.
That's not nearly as fun as breaking doors, though. Do you guys want to pick the lock, though?
I'll let Bella do it. She's the best.
I think Bella's muted.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Forgot to unmute it after when I was yelling at a dog, but yeah, I can pick my lock. You can break your door down.
And I'll step out of the way so you guys can break it. I'm pretty happy I was able to kill a guy as a cat.
Oh, we're going in different doors?
There's
Yeah,
2
I'm going
doors.
in. Yeah, I'm going in this one.
No, I'm going in the way Bella's going in.
Yay! Fist bump.
I look over at Cassiel. Do you know how to unlock doors?
Yeah, I have my tricks.
Alright. Step out of the way.
All right, I will pick the lock.
Okay, so Ursame is working on one entrance, and was successful. Cassio was unsuccessful. You hear some of the parts turning, but you just can't get that final latch to click over.
What about me?
Oh, the 20 works. The difficulty
I
here is
see
15.
Cassiel.
I just
see
kind of
Cassiel's-
peek over the corner.
Castle's head. Doors open.
Door's open.
Alright, if Cassiel's struggling, I'll just use my primal savagery and just cut the lock with my claws. So the lock takes 6 acid damage.
Who has acid damage?
It is primal savagery. So
Yeah.
basically my teeth or my fingernails grow out into acid claws and teeth, and I can just scratch or bite things.
Oh god. For those that are not
It's pretty
doing,
neat.
for those that are not doing picking locks, and I think the only one that's not is Lucky. Can Lucky please do a perception check? You're the only one that's not doing. Okay, you hear something from the inside. You can't quite make out what it is.
I think they're awake. Let's go.
I motion for Cassiel to go first. Leader.
I heard
You open the
something
door.
down there. I think they did something very loud.
Yes,
It
charge.
wasn't loud. It wasn't loud, but there was something. As you both open the doors and you say you're charging in.
Went right behind.
Shouldn't be able to technically go through there, but there you go.
Come on, boy.
And
Come on.
there you go.
Come on, boy.
As you charge
What?
in,
There was somebody there, and now they're not there. They just disappeared.
the person disappears, like almost instantly, as that door opens on both sides.
Okay, now it's a little bit okay. I can see. So I go right in front of this door, and I open it.
I tell him to block the doors.
So there's
Then I
another door
pass
there.
out.
There's a door.
So I'll
right
give you a
where I am.
description of the room. So the description of the room is it is a small workspace. There is a bed in the corner where the individual was, and then just quickly disappears. There's a few shelves with what looks like alchemical ingredients and some beakers and things like that. Though it doesn't take up much of the space because this is a very, very small space. There's also a chest. I think there's a chest in this room. I'll just make sure. So I've got like 4 different whereabouts of this same place. So there's an unmade bed. That looks like some alchemy laboratory equipment. A small stove, a coat rack, a table, a stool, stuffed chair in poor condition, a wash basin, and there's a wooden sea chest at the end of the room as well. And of course the door to the north.
Can I kind of like use my dagger and kind of poke the area where the person was at?
You can poke the area. Do an attack roll, please, with disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Click your bless.
Okay.
And click on disadvantage.
Yeah, I did that. Let me unclick the sneak attack. And I think I'm good.
Okay, so you poke the area which is the unmade bed, and you don't seem to hit anything.
I'm gonna cast
Castle?
I'm gonna get my AC up. However, the Lucky, that side of the door is open, right?
I open the door.
You open the other door.
The one I'm by.
Yep. So it opens into a large workshop with a mechanical crab. And I've got a handout for that
I
crab.
immediately run. Is it on a platform? Is that what that is? Or no, that's a trap door, I bet.
Actually,
I
won't
see a
show that one.
hatch right there. There's a hatch. So I am climbing.
How
Up
can
the
I?
hatch.
I can't show this one. I'm going to show this one. Just hold on. I know what you're trying to do.
Patience.
Okay, I'm now
know what you're
inside
like. I know what you're like. So it's not the person, but the crab itself. It's a large barrel-shaped, like large barrel-shaped device with what looks to be large metal legs and claws out to the front, and looks like whistles behind.
Who does this person think they are? Like wearing such a cloak.
Was that
And
the
so,
person we saw who disappeared?
what was that?
Was that the person we saw who disappeared?
Well, yes, that's a description of the person you saw disappeared.
Castle.
Yep.
Where'd they go?
I don't think they were here in the first place. I think it was.
What?
I believe it was an illusion, but it's just guesswork on my part.
Okay,
Why?
so
That is the question,
go.
isn't it?
Dan Devine thinks they're invisible.
you hear a So, Castle Dandelion, can you please make a perception?
One thing I'm good at. One thing.
There's a 1 out there too. Okay, so we got a 6 and a 20. Dandelion, you feel like you're standing next to the chest, and you start hearing it creak open, and you start seeing it looks like magic starting to emanate off it.
Okay, I'm going to.
That'll give you an
swipe
advantage
at
on the upcoming saving throw.
Oh, yay. What saving throw?
So where are we? Chest key. Okay, it's hidden away. It's not actually linked. Why is it? It's not where it should be. So I remember the. No, it's not there. Really? There's something stupid. It's actually referring me to the player's handbook, which doesn't.
One hit kill me, I got 18 hit points.
No. I can do it for you. Sorry about this. This is really weird that I can't search it where it needs to be able to do. I'll have to do it from here. The other bits and pieces. Okay. I need a reflex saving throw from Castle, from Dandelion at advantage, and from Bella at advantage.
Okay.
Okay. So, Castle,
Oh dear.
you didn't even need advantage. You've passed that.
Sweet.
Dandelion, that's supposed to be a disadvantage, so that's a 1. Oh wait, no. Sorry, wait.
I
no.
thought they had
Other way around.
advantage.
Other way around. Yes.
So it's a 6.
Still
I
a
don't
6.
think
It's
it
still
makes
not
a
going to be good
difference.
enough.
It's still bad regardless.
Yeah.
Still bad regardless. Ursame, you passed. Sorry, my mistakes. And the reason why we're asking for this is because this is the sound that emanates from the chest.
Oh.
Lucky, you're hiding or inside the apparatus, and totally safe. As the invisible mage just uses its mage hand to open a trapped chest after it's left the building. That's what it was. So this is
How much
damage.
do I take?
Wow, that is low.
That's
it's
pretty
not-
good.
That's
What type
I-
of damage is it?
It'd be
it's exploding fire.
Cool.
I hate to do
I-
this. I hate to say this, but if it is an explosive runes, it should be 5d8.
Use my reaction.
5d8. Okay, thank you.
If it's an explosive runes, it is.
I've got it here as d6s, so I'm just going to go off what I've got here as d6s.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. I've just had a look. That's 3.5. You're right. You could be more right than I am.
Of course, I'm right. It's a spell.
I had to just choose D&D explosive runes, but it's linked me to like the thing for 3.5. So, okay, here we go to D8s. Thank you.
Oh,
God.
Even less.
you're welcome, everyone.
Even less. So it's saved for half.
What kind of
Dandelion,
room
you did
is
not
it?
save.
However, I used my reaction to cast Absorb Elements, which, upon taking elemental damage, I gain resistance for the next round.
Awesome, but you still took the damage.
Yes, but it's half of it, so I don't die immediately.
Okay, nice. Okay, cool. So take the damage. If you failed, you take the 19. If you passed, you only take half, which is 9. Will be nice and round down. And it may be a good time to do this as well.
Oh, I
for flip side.
Okay.
Why do I always? It always seems like I roll so low on initiative.
Okay. So I know you won't be able to see it, but Cassell, you're not actually the highest in initiative here.
sure. That's fine.
It's just if I show you where the other person is, I'll actually show you where the other person is. And they're still invisible. The explosion goes off, and you did survive, which is really, really good and lucky. But now we'll start off small and see, and we'll amp up if needed. I think is the way to do things. The safe way of doing things, I think. I think Cassell, you're the closest target of line of sight. Well, you don't know it. Let's see if this works properly. As a magic missiles come out from this direction. Sorry, it's bit on GM layer. Sorry about that. I'll click it again so you can see it. There you go. So magic missiles come out from this direction. You take 2 force damage from outside of the building.
Okay, which direction was that from?
Outside that one. From out here.
Is it to the left or to the right? I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, I just drew on the wrong layer. Man, I'm not having good here. That's 'cause someone controlling things on the wrong layer. It's really weird.
Okay.
There. So I was
Can I
pinging,
tell?
but you couldn't see because I was pinging on the GM layer.
Can I tell how far away they appeared?
It's kind of weird because you're ready, but like until like you, oh no, do a perception I'll allow.
Okay.
The higher you go, the more accurate I'll. Okay, so within, and I'll do a circle within this area of distance with a 12.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
Okay,
Makes sense.
and you'll go.
My go.
Oh, actually, yes, it's your go.
Right. Well, in that case, I am going to go ahead and I think I'll just launch an Eldritch Blast.
Which
Down.
square?
Can I just shoot straight out from where I am this way?
It's still a targeted spell.
Okay.
So you have a disadvantage to attack.
Right. So I'm going to go for this spot 30 feet away.
Okay, that one, no problem. You do not hit.
That makes sense.
You certainly do not hit with an 8. With your blessed, but no. Any movement?
I will roll a Constitution save. All right. Well, that fails on either count. On the hex, and then I'm going to.
Actually, can I get a second concentration check, please?
I made one earlier.
Did you?
I mean, for the hex that I have, because I failed right there.
Okay.
But I'll make another one if you want me to.
I thought the hex was long
I'm not
gone.
gonna do mine.
I think it lasts for an hour, so.
Okay. But you need a target. You need to see the target.
I know. I wasn't putting a hex on. I'm just for concentration purposes.
Okay, yep.
All right. I'll just use.
Is it concentration per each? Okay.
For
no.
each time I take
How do you
damage.
take damage?
Oh, no, I'm thinking of something else, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of scoot over in the corner here, and I'll just look at Bella and point in the direction that the bolts came from.
Yep.
And that'll be my turn.
Lucky. I'll give you a description.
Okay.
Inside this barrel-shaped apparatus, and it is an apparatus, there are 10 levers.
10 levers.
10 levers. Which lever do you want to play with? And are you pushing it up or down?
But there's a trapdoor under me as well, right?
The entire floor which the apparatus sits on is a large metal trapdoor, and you also see a bar which holds the trapdoor. But the metal that holds the metal of the bar is so large you think only a giant or a clawed mechanical beast like this could move it.
Well,
There are 10 levers.
I think I will pick lucky number 3.
Forward or back? Or up or down?
Oh. Up.
Up. Okay, sure. As you pull the lever up, a side window opens.
Windows!
So
wave at-
two side windows
Bella.
open.
I can see Bella, so I wave at her. Speaking of which, I should ask, how many people could fit in here?
You can fit perfectly. It's easy for you to fit.
But obviously a human could fit. Could more than one human fit?
Maybe a couple of halflings.
Okay. I will go.
So, anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
No, I pulled the lever. I assume that's my action.
Yep. Okay. Bella.
Yeah. The bless will just stay up, right?
Yep. No problem.
Yeah.
Bella.
I guess first I'd kind of like look behind me to look at Dandelion, see how they look.
My leaf is slightly singed.
Okay, well, you're still alive, so that's good. And now Where did Castle point? Like,
I pointed in this direction.
okay, that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, okay. Hmm. I. I guess I'll just try to like swing my dagger around.
Pick a square, and you have disadvantage.
Alrighty. I'll do the square right in front of me.
As in this one?
Yeah.
Okay. You miss.
Okay.
I like invisibility. Invisibility is fun.
Come on out! You hurt my friend.
Any other movement?
No, I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. Dandelion. You now got some invulnerability or some resistance to fire.
Dandelion will cast a Healing Spirit as their bonus action.
Yep. And you're healing who? Yourself?
Met myself.
I hope so.
Yep. Three's
I
not
also
much,
don't have
but
my
some.
bark skin anymore.
Mm.
And then I'm going to quickly run in here.
Okay, so you have to go through there, but yes. Okay. And we'll go to the GM layer. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, crap. Nothing happens.
How horrible.
As in, damn, have to use 5 extra movement points to do what I need to do. So he doesn't get an action. Cassell.
Yeah. I'm going to select my tokens that I can move.
Yep, that kind of helps.
Yep, because it helps to see.
It does.
I'm going to consult the wording on one spell.
It says 6.
It says 6.
Apparently so.
I will keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and yeah. All right. I'm going to move out to here.
Mhm.
And then whispering words under my breath, I will go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Interesting. And
So,
what does discipline?
I don't have to see them, which is the key thing here. If they can hear me and they're within 60 feet, they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Interesting. Let's zoom out. Let's do a radius of 60 feet from where you are. That's 55, so that's a big area. Let's get out to 60. And all around there. Okay, wisdom saving throw.
And I'm going to target whatever this invisible creature is.
Nice call. I will say that's a nice call.
Nice damage too.
I know, right?
So 18 passes.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's a pass. So
Yep, that is definitely a pass.
Takes half.
takes half, so 7.
Yeah. And we'll need to make a concentration save if they're invisible.
Why am I not on the... There we go. Close that. Is there a concentration check for invisibility?
This
If
building
it's
should be
a-
concentration. It's normally if it's a spell, it's concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
If it's like a potion, it
Oh,
wouldn't
wait,
be.
it does. Yes, it
That's
does. Does it have concentration? I just like the fact that I don't always have concentrations.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
20, yeah. I think we're right.
That'll do it.
Still
right,
got
well-
advantage off.
No visible effect occurs, so I'm just going to duck into this corner back here.
Yep. Okay.
And that's my turn.
But a nice one. Dissident Whispers. No targeting. Lucky, you have 10 levers.
I should ask: is it a full action to pull a lever?
While you have no idea what they're doing, yes.
Okay. Well, I did 3, so let's do lucky number 7. Up, always up, up.
Okay. So let's see. 7. You pull number 7 up, and the apparatus turns 90 degrees to the left. Yeah. And you think that it'll be tight with. You think with four humans, like the more time you spend in here, the more I'm going to give you an idea. With 4 humans, would be tight, a tight fit in here.
So 2 halflings and 2 humans could fit.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying with 4 humans it'd be tight.
Okay.
Well, do 2
humans and 2
halflings.
halflings, it'd be 3 people.
Yeah.
I said I'm not saying that, but the more time you spend in here, the more. Yeah.
I will lift the hatch a little bit and I'll shout, "Come on, guys!"
The hatch is still open. The hatch hasn't closed.
Oh well, then I say, "Come on, guys!"
You think one of the levers is related to one of the hatch.
Oh, okay.
So that would be an important one.
To do before I go underwater, for sure.
Yes. Bella, you're outside. Where do you think?
Just take another step forward and swing my dagger around because I can't think of anything else.
Which direction?
The one in front of me again.
Okay. Yep.
I'm
You miss.
come out and fight me.
Dandelion, what would you like to do hiding in the corner? You still have your little spirit.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my spirit with my bonus action over to me, which requires me to move it.
That's no problem. You can make
I
it.
have to just move over here. I'm gonna move it through Cassiel's space, so he gets a 1d6 healing, and then I'm gonna.
Ooh.
20, 25, 30. You can go there. And then I'll run into the space of the healing, get 1d6, and then I'll hop onto the apparatus on top of it, not inside of it. And like, what's going on? What is it? Like,
Come on down!
why are there so many levers?
They need to be pulled. It's slow. Come on, help me.
You do think the more people in there pulling levers, the more chance you've got to be able to pull them.
Yeah.
So
We
Cassio,
can't
you
pull
get,
them all.
Moving, so that was my movement and my bonus action. Can I use an action to pull the lever?
yes, you can. You have 10 levers.
Awesome.
They can go up or down. I think
will
that 7
pull
is your
lever
healing.
Number 1. No, the 4 is for Cassiel, the 3 is for me.
Okay, that's okay. Cool.
Thank you.
Number 1, up or down?
I will move it down.
So these ones are always down, are they? So as you pull the lever down, you hear a lot of mechanics going on, a lot of crunching and grinding of gears, and the legs retract in, and the tail retract and folds up.
So it looks like a big barrel now.
It looks like a big mechanical barrel.
It has a tail.
No, up.
take out my notebook and write down this. One down, legs in.
That's why I'm putting them in chat. Hopefully you can read the ones in chat. Otherwise I'm doing it to myself, which I don't need. But okay, and this is where Cassell, you did something which was really annoying, but it also did save you. Another big boom goes off. This side, inside the building. Dandelion, you went into it. If you just stayed on top, you would have been hit. But that said, please have a saving throw. So saving throw from both of you. I'll give you the option. Do you want the saving throw for advantage, and cop a quarter damage, or the saving throw flat, and if you pass, you cop no damage? Which one would you rather?
Guess.
No, I'm just saying.
All or nothing. All or nothing. What am I rolling?
I do want to ask if I save and it halves it, does my resistance have it again? Or
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, because you do have a resistance on top of that. It's a reflex saving throw. As a fireball blows up from the inside of the back of the building.
Is that enough?
No, it's not.
Well, I
And that's
got
certainly
lucky
not.
today.
Well,
I got my
there's
reaction
so much
to
dice coming through. Why is there so much? Oh, okay. So let's actually roll.
I'm just gonna die. All these fireballs.
Yeah. So let's roll the spell. That's a big one too. So 33 damage.
I go down.
I do too.
Yeah. It's too much.
Even with my resistance.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 dice.
So didn't I say you take a quarter if you do? If you didn't do
She failed to
advantage?
save.
I got a 2 on the save.
Okay. So an
So I
explosion
failed it,
goes off
so-
from the back of the building.
Yeah, we both go down.
Yeah.
And
I
Cassell.
go down because it was one more.
One.
Yep.
Wow.
That
Okay.
was
I negative
that
one.
was 7 extra dice than a normal fireball. It was almost a double strength fireball.
This was fine. I was gonna say, ooh, a healing spirit. No, I'm gonna see that, and I'm gonna head in here and
Just see
hop up
corpses.
onto this crab barrel. Not a
Yeah,
crab anymore. It's a
inside.
barrel.
Yep.
Yep, and both these individuals are unconscious.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to reach down and just put my hand on Lucky, and I'll give him 4 hit points.
Okay. I was going to say you have 10 levers, but you're not doing that.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I don't know
and
what to do. I mean,
Bella,
is
your
every
sword comes from this
D6
area.
like is every D6 on the screen one from the fireball?
Yeah.
How does she cast a 10th level spell? There's no such thing.
What's going on here?
A
8d6.
fireball should have been 8d6 unless she cast it with a higher level. But even if she cast it with the 9th level slot, this is too many dice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've only got 8 on my
It
screen.
says 8d6.
Oh,
Yeah, it
I've got
says
2,
8d6.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I have 15.
Oh no,
I
it
don't-
doubles. Sometimes it'll roll the dice for a critical.
Okay.
Yeah,
That would explain
yes,
it.
yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
But the dice that rolled was
Alright.
a 3, 2,
What kind of
3,
fireball.
then 6, 5, 5, 6, 3. So it was definitely above average. It was certainly an above average fireball.
Okay.
In the chat, it just says 8d6.
Yeah. I can highlight over the
No,
damage
I
as
was
it comes up.
just looking at all the dice on the screen. I'm like,
No.
what?
No. How Roll20 works is it automatically will roll 2d20s and double the amount of
okay.
dice. So, like,
Oh,
for the...
that's much
yeah.
better. Okay.
Yeah. I keep on forgetting that, like, you're fairly new to Roll20 when, like, you're certainly not new to role-playing. So, yeah, Cassell, you did 4 points of healing, was it?
Yep, 4 points of healing.
All right.
Lucky, you're up.
Okay. Oh, is it my turn?
Oh, you're awake, and now it's your turn. You have 10 levers.
Jeez.
And Bella, you saw that the fireball came from this dock here. Well, you can surmise that the fireball would have been launched from this dock here.
Actually, can I see which dock it might have been launched from? Because
I
it came at me.
I can't tell where you meant. Like,
And I also had
this
a
one?
side window open.
That one down here.
okay, that one
It's
there.
the only
I see
way
it.
to get a line of sight through the 2 doors.
Okay. So I have an action. Here's my action. I hop out of the hatch, and then right around there.
Fireballs? Back. So you throw a fireball
The
back
whole
out that
necklace.
area?
That's right.
Nice.
And then I hop back into the apparatus.
That's huge. That's a huge one. Oh man.
That's but pretty good.
Yeah, make sure you mark off one of the resources. It's already marked.
I sure
Good.
will. already off.
Shit.
I was thinking about that necklace of fireballs.
I
I
wasn't.
was like, look, he has it on him, doesn't he? It's like,
I'll do have to do a save. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it should be a dexterity save for half.
What's the save throw for that dex save though?
Let's see if it says. Hang on,
Maybe written on there.
yeah.
So-
We had it on the.
Your fireball back.
Oh, I like the sound.
So 16 or not?
There it is. Let's see. It says DC 15. So yeah. that would
Just
be-
passes. So just passes
But-
takes 14 damage.
and if they're still alive, they have to
Concentration
make
check.
a concentration.
What's the difficulty concentration check here? It's going to be high, I'm guessing, and that's a fail. Bella, you hear a splash of something falling into the water.
I'm gonna just rush over there.
What is your go?
Yeah. Like, do I see anything?
Well, can you see him? Should be on
Oh,
your low.
yeah.
Yeah, just there.
Mm,
So he's technically there. I just put him there for dramatic, but yes.
Yep.
Oh, colour spray. So do you want to describe what's going on here?
Bella's very upset. Like, her bottom lip is kind of wibbling. Like, you hurt my friends. It just, you're not going anywhere. Just color spray him.
Okay, so he's inside the area effect, so it's roll 6d10. It's the total amount of hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any save? It doesn't look like there is.
Nope. It's just adds up the hit dice.
Yep.
Hit points, not hit dice.
Yes, it's hit points. Yeah.
Hit points.
So do 6d10.
6d10.
It's a lot.
39.
39. That's a nice roll.
And stunned for 1 round, is it?
I believe so. I mean, they can't see. The spell. Each creature affected by the spell is blinded until the end of your next turn. Subtract the hit dice. It kind of works like sleep, but with
But
the hit
for
dice.
blinding, yeah.
The hit,
It's
yeah.
blinded.
Hit
Yeah.
points thing. But they're blinded until my next turn. The end of my
End
next
of
turn.
your next turn. Which
Yep,
means you're
the
still
end.
blinded at the start of your next turn.
Yep.
Any bonus actions or anything else?
No, I use my bonus action to dash over there.
Okay, that's what I thought. Dandelion. Saving throw, please. Death saving throw.
My little macro thing isn't working, so I'm just gonna roll it.
On the sheet, we'll have it
Yeah,
there.
it's my sheets are weird. It's in every game. I don't know why. It's like I can screenshot it.
So it's a pass. I'm just going to click on it. That's because you have... I'm just going to click on it.
No, it's on my end. I can't click
Okay.
on the death saving button in any of my games.
Okay, well, it's a pass anyway. And it's now on your sheet. And we have a blind mage. What the hell does a blind mage do? Can't run past you. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I think you have to read this one to see if this is here. To see if there's actually a person target, that's all it needs. Damn creature you can see. There's no way he's going to do a misty step because he can't see. Shit. It's really, really nasty. Okay. Cast a spell. There you go. And starts flying up out of your range. You can do an attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
I can't hear you,
definitely doing
Trian.
that.
Oh, with advantage and sneak attack.
Yep.
Because they're blinded, right?
Yep.
Manage in sneak attack. I wouldn't still have the bless,
Nope.
right? Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but I wanted to double check.
Yeah, no. It's hard to concentrate when you're like unconscious.
So you do
23.
hit.
All right. So 15 damage.
So I'll give you. I don't know if you can see him, but you should be able to see him. There you go. There. Now you can see how much hit points he's got.
Good.
Make a concentration save.
Oh, yep, that too. Man. It's the first one, not the second. I double clicked. He passes the concentration.
Made it.
He's blinding, but he's still floating, flying upwards. Casal?
Yep. I'm gonna turn to Lucky and just say I've done what I can. I'm gonna jump out of the.
Dandelion's
Nothing.
still.
Everything will be okay, Castle!
I don't.
Yep.
I'm not very useful. I'm not a cleric.
Yep.
Not a holy man. And I'm going to move. Oh, actually. So that's 1, 2.
He is up, so
3.
there's no line of sight unless you get out of the building.
Right. I think I can.
Yeah.
And then from there, I'll just go ahead and take a moment to aim an Eldritch Blast and
I
fire
was
that off.
totally expecting that.
And I think I have advantage.
He's blinded,
Yeah,
so I'm guessing, yeah.
Blinded, yes. Yeah.
Didn't need it. Oh, man, it's a big one, too.
Yep. It's a tale of two adventurers. One room, probably collective 4 HP. Outside, there's one rogue with 2 HP missing.
Yeah. And he falls. Or she falls, I should say. And into the ocean. Into the docks. Where was that
And then that giant
shark?
shark. This giant fin just comes out of the
Well,
water.
if
Never seen again.
all right,
So
You
yeah.
can go swim out there, Cassio.
I'm assuming there's like nothing left behind. I can search then. If
There's
she's
that
just
chest
like
that was
gone.
Well, the chest actually has nothing in it.
Well, I'm talking about the spellcaster.
Fell into the water.
You can go
Okay.
swim out there.
Well, it's kind of pointless at this point. I was really hoping to find
can
something.
see the
but-
shark.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. So Dandelion. Oh wait, Lucky, what are you doing?
Well, I look over at Dandelion and I think it looks like this is just mostly soot. I think.
Just brush off some
No,
soot. There you go.
14.
14 points of healing.
You see,
That's a lot.
yeah, you see their mask, the plant is entirely gone, but when you heal them, the plant like grows out.
That's
The
really
plant was
disturbing.
there. It must have been there before.
It just like grows out. Whoop. Like, huh, what
That's
happened?
a that's a
I
neat
blacked
build.
out.
Now, can I have a
And I whisper to Dandelion, levers up.
Okay. Yeah, clearly that one had a fireball on it. I don't know what happened.
Okay, change my notes. Which one was it? Lever 7?
It was one down, legs retract, and then fireball.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, pull lever one down again.
Never again.
So what are you going?
I'm gonna figure out all these levers.
Well, I'm just gonna turn to Castle, like pop lip wibbling and just Castle.
You're like on the verge of tears, I'm guessing.
Castle, are they okay? Are you okay?
I think I'm fine. We should go back and check on Dandelion. She wasn't doing too hot last I left.
What about Lucky?
Things turned out okay for him.
Fine, which layers have drone.
Come on.
You also see my leaf isn't entirely grown back yet. There's still a little bit on the top that's not entirely grown back.
So
It's almost as if it represents my health bar.
And Lucky discovers that he's not as hurt as he thought he was either.
Rejuvenation.
That's a big. So D rolls. There we go, and that's a lot better. Nice healing.
I'm okay.
Lucky, Dandelion.
If
Hey,
you take a short rest, I can heal everyone like a
we
little
were
bit.
lucky we were in this crab.
It still hurt.
It burned a bit.
So, I'll say two things. One, there's been 3 fireballs thrown in this area, one of which
Yeah.
outside the building. Fireballs,
We need to get
bright
this
light.
crab thing figured out fast.
Yeah,
Bright
yeah,
light
yeah, we
in
do.
Darkness. Secondly, you have 10 levers.
All right, everyone get in. We gotta figure out these levers.
Get in. Levers up. Levers up.
All right, it
Lever
sounds like we're
one
all
up.
hopping in.
Yeah.
It's a tight fit. You can fit. It's really, really tight, though.
Fun.
I sit on Castle's lap.
And I guess Pelican is on mine. All right, let's go.
All right, I'll reach over with my left hand and slam the first lever into an upward position.
The first one?
Yep, first lever up.
First lever. 1. The tails and the legs extend. Next.
Two
Who's
up.
Number.
We'll just go down the line, up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, second one. Up. So, second one up is the forward window shutters open.
And it shutters, not like the window actually just pops open.
No, it's just like you have a pressure glass seal, and it just opens in front of it so you can see out of it. But the seal is still
Number
sealed.
4. Up. Because I've done 3 already.
Yep.
Yeah.
What does 3 do?
I was wondering if you're going to do that one because it's already in the upper position. Number 4. So that's 4, not 3. 2 claws extend at the front of the apparatus.
Number 5 up.
So that's 4. So this is 3. So 5 is the first round still. Number 5. Each extend a claw, so you can actually attack with the claws. Start manipulating
Yes.
with 5.
There's a door in front of us, right? The trap door.
Underneath
like,
you,
little-
and there's a large bar that's sitting in front of you, essentially sealing and locking it.
Can we get at the bar with the claws?
You can do an intelligence check, please.
I'll head this.
Okay.
He is the
Straight
leader.
intelligence.
Straight intelligence
No,
right.
not straight intelligence.
with guidance.
Oh,
The hatch is still open.
Yes.
That's-
Okay, so we need to find out how to close the hatch.
the guidance didn't get rolled on there for some
Doesn't
reason.
matter.
Oh, okay.
Yep. With 19, even for the +1 for guidance, the hatch is still open. If you open the hatch, you're going down. So if you open the trapdoors, you're going down, and the hatch is still open. That's what I'm
Which
saying.
out
Alright,
of
well-
all of the ones? Which out
Okay,
of all the
well,
ones we haven't?
Let's figure it
done?
out. All these levers do something.
Yeah,
Alright.
but like, out of all of the
Grab-
levers, don't randomly. Out of all of the levers, the ones that we haven't done, which ones are up?
They're all in a neutral position.
All in neutral. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say if the levers or like the hatch is open, I was thinking like something us was open.
Oh, do an insight then.
Oh, nice.
Yes, because you are right. There is your line. Yep, your line of thinking is correct. The last lever.
Yes.
Sorry, no, wait. The 8th and the 10th lever are down.
8 and 10.
Yep.
Want to do it at the same time?
Then you don't know which one's which.
Both.
Yeah,
right.
same time.
You raise them both up. The hatch seals. It's actually from the back. So you enter from the back. The hatch seals and lights appear from the front, bleeding forward.
Right, let's go before the guards go.
You can
In our
hear
getaway crowd.
as you're hearing the hatch ceiling like moving up. You hear footsteps lots of booted footsteps, running.
How many rounds has it been?
It's been 2, 3.
So
Doesn't matter. Cassiel, go.
12 seconds,
Control
18
the
seconds.
arms.
Oh, but
I
there's
think
also
it's
other
at least
fighting
a minute,
going on.
so-
It's been a couple minutes, I'm saying, and just like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Out of combat, like seconds is in combat, but it's like, okay, you've got this, and then you're out. Yeah, anyway.
All right, I'll grab the 6th lever and then act like I'm going to pull it down, but then I'll shove it up.
No!
Okay, 6. Nothing happens. There's movement, but nothing happens.
Kind of movement. Can we tell what kind of movement it's trying to do?
Well, you can't see what's happening on the outside, but there's something happening.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
can we
we-
look through the
the
windows?
window
we have
shutters are
windows
open.
on like almost everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, the top and the front window.
And the
shutters
sides.
open.
But you hear something behind moving, but nothing happening.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's the
But we still need to drop into the water.
yeah.
Yeah.
So grab the
Can we
claws and open the
know how to
bar.
use the claws now? Can we hit that bar?
Okay, so you use the lever 5 to grab the claws, and with a little bit of like working, it's not an easy thing to use, and you lift it up and you move it off, and essentially unlatch.
I'm guessing that lever 7 allows us to steer, right? Like right or left. Right? Because it
Do you go
goes
up or down?
left. I assume if I go down, it goes the other way.
Yeah.
But I'll.
You're totally correct.
Yeah.
90-degree turn.
Okay,
and
hold the
it
bar.
starts sinking.
Yes.
Woo!
Right. Let's go.
Okay, I think we're okay. We got time now.
I'm going to do like a quick check for like some air supply or something.
But
You're
investigation.
overthinking this.
We don't need to go too deep. We just need to get outside of
I'm
niche
I'm
door,
still checking.
air supply. Which lever's that?
It's magic.
Is that an investigation check?
Investigation, yep.
Magic air.
There's no obvious air supply tanks that you can see in here.
All right, all right, guys. If we start getting dizzy or anything, we may have to bail crab. We don't want to
Well, it's
suffocate
not-
down here.
Here's
just need
what
to
we
get out of
never
here.
want to do. Keep lever 10 up.
Is it 10 or 8 though? Which one's the lights and which one's the hatch? We did it the same time.
Oh, and number 8. Keep number 8 and number 10 up.
They're both the lights and the hatch.
Because we don't want the
It's dark.
lights out. We don't want the hatch
Yep.
open. So that's good. Okay. We're going to play with, I don't know.
We haven't done 9, have we?
No, we haven't.
Mm-mm.
So let's
Gotta do
try 9 up.
9 up. You feel a sinking feeling
Ooh,
As-
we're going
as-
down.
as you feel like you're descending.
Wait, up goes down. Does down go up then?
You swap it, and you feel like you're rising.
That
can
makes
see
no
too.
sense.
So
What are we
between
looking
7
at?
and 9, we can steer this.
What you're looking at is darkness in front of you, but you can see your lights.
We got
There's some
lights going.
There's some barnacles on the pylons, yeah, the water's got a murky, bloody flavour to it, and you see
We're in
bits
the
of.
water. We're in the water now.
You're in the water, yeah.
You
Yeah,
can taste the water.
you're not in the water, no.
I got
But there's
Okay.
there's a murkiness to the water where you've had bodies fall off into the water, and well, you know of one shark that's in there.
So I got a 10 on that one perception. Couldn't see.
No.
Did anything happen when I put 6 up?
So you don't know how to go forward or backwards, though. You know how to turn, you know how to go up and down.
Did anything happen when I put 6 up?
6 up. Starts going forwards.
Yay.
6 down.
Starts going backwards. You're on dry land before you couldn't see what was happening. And it actually swims instead of just walking on the floor of the ocean.
Well, Lucky is doing 6 up and down. I'm doing 7 for left and right.
Yep. That's exactly it.
And we'll put Bella in charge of number 9 for up and down.
And what's Castle doing? Except for stressing about the lack of air.
He's number 5 for claws.
I'm also going to try and keep everyone somewhat cohesive as we try to maneuver this thing, so we're not just going
Leadership role.
going everywhere.
You need the leadership feat. Apparently, someone wrote a guide about it being really good.
Don't know who that was.
Yeah.
I'm under who?
Misspent weekend last weekend. So you're
Alright,
in the bay.
when we get to level 8.
You're in the bay. Where are you headed?
I think we should head just like outside of Mist Shore because we don't know how much air we have. Or we could just go out to the bay and then surface and just open the
we could
hatch
surface.
and swim.
If ever we get short, keep it under the surface about like 20 feet. And if we ever feel like we're short of breath, then we'll just go up and open the hatch.
I like that. Here's my idea / suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking with the dragon,
Yeah.
and you never know if he finds this, if he'll take it.
Yeah, so we don't
What
want
if
to
we
go there.
What if we stash this not in the harbor,
Mm-hmm.
but we drove it all the way up to nearby Troll Gate near the north side of the city, stashed it there, and then entered through the Troll Gate, or the West Gate for that matter.
The dragon
Yeah.
can't come into the bay because he was outside where the Queenspire was.
That's
Uh,
right.
The barrier.
That is also true. So
But we'll have nowhere to hide it in the bay. I think Castle's right. What we want to do is maybe even leave it submerged. No, we can't leave it submerged because we
You can't get out.
Hatch open.
Yeah.
We could go to the mud flats.
yeah, could we dig a hole in the mud flats and then kind of bury
It's
it?
a bit
for
of a
the most
long
part?
way.
You
You have
the claws,
10
maybe?
levers.
Well, let's go to the mud flats.
Yeah. How long will
Okay.
that take?
It's going to
It's a bit
take
of a long way.
a long time. It
Yeah,
doesn't
we can
move
take
very
a-
fast. It's been a long
that'll-
night.
That'll allow us to test out the error theory.
And
Um,
also perhaps give us a short rest.
No, this is not going to give you a short rest. This is an all hands on deck. You have 3 different people on different levers with one commander telling them to pull levers. This is
Okay,
this
so-
is like
something
flying
occurred to me,
in
dude.
early modern.
Hey, Castle.
Yeah.
So when you pressed number 6, it didn't go anywhere, but there was a wall. I wonder if it would go anywhere on regular land without walls.
It has feet.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Crabs go on land.
Are we just gonna walk? Oh,
I see crabs on land all the time.
I mean,
But we could
if you
know
look at
what-
Mist Shore,
We shouldn't
Oh, so-
take it to this.
I will say,
But we
sorry,
could take it somewhere else.
there was something I made a mistake on. With the, sorry, there's one I made a mistake on, I think. Oh no,
Number
right.
one
So
is
with the
the
legs and
legs.
tail retracted, it has a movement speed of 0, making it essentially a barrel. So you need the legs and tail to be able to swim and walk.
Did we ever
I think
figure
we
that?
can
Yeah,
have
but we
those.
did that,
Yeah,
didn't we?
you've done that yet.
yeah.
So
Yeah, so it swims or walks backwards with number 6. You can have it swim or you can have it walk. and we're a little bit of delay. We'll be back shortly with the. There we go.
A copse of trees. Oh,
Very good.
if we take the high road, or where the high road is, just to the west of that, there's a copse of trees around here. I don't know if you guys can see me ping.
I
I
don't
wonder
think
if
we
we
can
can
get up all
hide
the
it
way
in
there.
there. What's that?
You're saying
It's gonna
there?
take a while. Yeah. What we could do, because we could stay on this shore, just go on the other side of this shore to where this like beach area is. There's like a bunch of trees all across the mountain. We can just hide. There's like this
Oh.
big thing of trees right here, right
Yeah.
underneath the mountain.
My only
That's not
issue
underneath.
with
That's
that,
actually going up the mountain.
Yeah, I mean
Oh.
like
Yeah.
my only issue with that is there's guards in the area right now because there were a bunch of fireballs.
And that's where the griffin's rest is.
Yeah. So,
We'll just have
double
to hide in the
reason.
trees.
but we could maybe just go around the corner and drop
Yeah,
it
there's
off like there.
Yeah, there's a few trees there.
And
Or
then
there.
hike
These
it
are
all the
cliffs.
way up.
It's a long
How are we
hike.
gonna get back?
Walk.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I think we should ride that. We should ride the thing all the way up. All the way up to the toll gate. And then across to the big thing of trees. No one will ever find it there. And then we walk to the high road and then walk down all the way to Troll Skull Alley. And then we go to sleep for 2 days.
Because it's
Because
going
we're
to be
going
a
to be
long
very,
journey.
very tired.
Or we
But
could-
it's worth it. It's a crab.
Could we like park it underneath one of the docks, like where it gets shower or whatever, like underneath the docks and hide it there?
You still have the problem of a
Hide it.
hatch.
Mm.
If you're
Yeah, if we
underwater,
surface it,
there's
everyone might see it.
and there's a lot of activity in the docks. A lot.
I like trees. Trees are good for hiding things.
Well, there's also that other island on the other side of the Great Harbor where it's literally just a beach.
So
Well, we could go
Deepwater
there and-
Island.
We could go there and rest.
Yeah. There's also
Yeah,
2 forts on it
rest.
too. There's forts on either side of Deepwater Island.
Oh, yeah, no, let's not do that.
I think the best option is just going to the north side of the city where people don't
Yeah.
expect us to be.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of walking, but walking is fun.
Are you walking underneath the, as in, are you still underwater doing it or like swimming it?
Yeah, I figured we're going to stay underwater until either we get short of breath or we get up to, I don't know if you can see me ping, but if you look at the north side of the map, around there.
Okay. That's a long way.
Yep,
So,
yep. Give us exhaustion. We're going to take our time.
by dawn, 6 hours, or so about 7 hours, so a little bit after dawn, and you've had to surface a couple times because, well, it is designed for one person, not 4.
We do run short of air eventually.
Yes, you do. So you've had to surface a couple of times. Actually, about 3 or 4 times. About once an hour, maybe. Yeah, probably
Okay.
once an hour is probably
Could
more
we-
accurate.
Out of like
Okay.
the line of sight of like the city, could we just like swim on top of the water with the hatch open, or would waves come in?
I want to go under the water.
You don't think it's designed for sailing? It's much more designed for under the water.
It's
Okay, so it
designed for
crawls.
under the water.
Like it'll float, but it doesn't really maneuver very well on the water.
Okay.
Yeah. Lucky seems very insistent about going underwater.
Wants to be underwater.
And every moment you're underwater, he's like this.
Yeah. So yeah, you will all have exhaustion, several levels, because like you've done a lot of stuff that day. At least you've eaten well, which is a good start.
Yeah.
Well, you have. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to try to stash this mechanical apparatus?
Well, figure we will try to. There's a lot of countryside here that doesn't have farmland.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to stay clear of farmland, or at least a long way away from farmland, so they wouldn't be able to notice that something odd is moving till we get to here.
Question.
Yep.
Is it sunny out?
We'll do a weather check.
It was midnight when we went to Miss Sheree, so it's probably
light
early
rain.
morning
'Cause
right now.
Disadvantage on sight perception.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just
great.
this is what I rolled. Light rain.
Lucky day!
Effect disadvantage sight perception 50% per hour. Yep.
I kind of figured it would work out for the best.
It also has a swim speed. It's immune to poison and psychic damage. I'm just going to give you the handout because you've just somehow captured the apparatus of Qualish.
Woohoo!
No, real treasure hunters.
Now we are real treasure hunters. Yeah.
Could
Nice.
even help our dragon friend collect those treasure chests.
And I will also say, by that
bring
crash
your
course,
Leviathan.
you are now also well versed in the operation. But
Right.
you'll still need multiple people to control it because that's how you trained, and it's very complex to do it single-handed.
Makes
Yeah, I don't
sense.
know how this lady was doing all of that. Just like
It's called Mage
goodness.
Hand.
Cheater.
Still, it's only 3 hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, I do have.
Oops, I lost everybody. We'll be back shortly.
One
There
quarter
we
of
go.
that. Divided by the number of breathing creatures inside. So 2.5 hours if we're all in there.
Cool.
We can go up to 900 feet depth. And we can move 2 levers up or down once we're used to it, I guess,
Yeah.
each round. And after each use, the lever goes back to its neutral position. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to hide it in these woods.
Do a stealth check.
Can I
Okay.
do survival? Oh, I can like bury it with like leaves and foliage or try to.
What would you rather do, stealth or survival?
I'd
How
rather
many-
do a stealth with a guidance, and I'm going to get Bella's help.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bella, why don't you roll your stealth with advantage and an extra d4?
Alrighty. It's okay. Advantage. D4.
Oh, well, this end.
With
Oh,
guidance.
you missed your guidance.
I did click it.
Well, it didn't add.
Roll a d4.
Okay. Yeah, I can't. My computer's doing it again.
Oh well, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
My
I'm
guidance-
sorry, but
20.
Okay.
yeah,
So we cover it with branches and all that stuff, right?
There we go. So now written up that it's got crabs. That's where whoa, everything's going a bit weird for me. My mouse is a little bit weird. So you have thorough absolute exhaustion by the time you get to either the North Gate or the Troll Gate. It's nice to be out of the city for a little bit, but it's in the morning, you haven't eaten for a while, you haven't slept for even longer. And
Hey, wait! I open the crate and I pull out all the fruit.
All the stuff that Belle kept.
totally
So
forgot
hungry.
that.
In fact, we probably were snacking as we went.
yeah.
So that crate's empty by now. And tired or not, we're going to stumble our way to the North Gate, I think.
And
Also, was that a short rest?
you've not had a short rest.
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Well, we can take a short rest in the woods, I guess.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we
I
take
just
a
want
little
to know
nap,
so I can
and we
heal.
see if we actually sleep for 32 hours.
Yeah. Is that the short rest? Oh no, I'm too sleepy.
Yeah. Well, we intend to take a short rest. You tell us what happens.
We'll take a short rest.
Wake me after 1 hour.
It is tempting. It's really tempting. But you're not
Should
in a
we roll
dangerous enough
Constitution?
situation to really push it.
Should we roll Constitution to see if anyone wakes up at the correct time, or do we just sleep?
Oh yeah, we can do that. But don't forget, you've got how many levels of exhaustion do you think? Because you've been active for a long
Normally,
time.
it would be 1 level of exhaustion for every day of lost sleep.
Is that all? Only one?
Yeah, well, I mean, you may not realize how bad exhaustion is.
We
You
get
get a
6,
few
we
levels of
die.
exhaustion and you die. Right?
If you
You can get
wear
more if you extend dashing.
if you wear heavy armor in this campaign for over an hour, you get a level of exhaustion.
Well, everyone with heavy armor should be dead. Every single person who wears heavy armor, 1 day later, like before halfway through my lunchtime, they drop dead.
If you're actually exerting yourself in heavy armor, that's the rules that they've got here for heat and armor.
Good.
Which is also why
No one's
I
allowed to wear that.
also why when I said like armor like keep to the low and not to the heavies. Yeah. So
All right.
you wake up, it's okay. Have a little bit of rest.
One way or the other, we're gonna make our way to Troll Skull Manor, and we're gonna sleep until all the exhaustion is gone, however long that is.
So you essentially sleep the rest of the day.
Sounds great.
At some point some point in the evening, though, you hear a knocking at the door,
Go away.
and you're still tired, but you hear just this banging at the door, and you don't know how long it's been going.
I put on my nightcap, and then I put on my robe, and I light a candle, and make my way down.
Okay. Remember, going down is going outside and then going around, because the Troll Skull Manor has all the living upstairs, but to access upstairs you have to go out onto the alley, then come around.
Okay, sure.
So you come around this side of the street, and there's a large individual who's banging at the door. Says, "Is anybody in here? Anybody?"
Hello? Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait, coming.
And so you go around.
Actually, yeah. I mean, if I'm going around the outside, I'll actually lean over. I'll wave at him. I'm coming. And then I go around the rest of the way and open the door. Hello.
What I mean is you actually have to go outside of the building to go into the front door where he's knocking.
Oh, okay.
You just go out the
then.
balcony and talk to him from down the balcony.
Yeah, can I do that?
Just shout at
Yeah.
him.
What do you want?
Hello, what do you want?
You're looking for a puppet, a mechanical man.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
I've been told to tell you that one was sighted.
Oh, wait right there. Don't move. And I go back in and I say, everyone, liberate.
Oh, just gonna stumble up. What?
We found the liberate.
I don't care.
I take my nightcap off and put my adventuring hat on.
Castle will kind of throw the covers off and crawl halfway out of bed and then just face plant into the floorboards and fall back asleep. But with enough rousing, he'll get up and get prepared.
You know, I've done that.
Castle.
What?
Castle.
Roll up, roll over. What is it?
Castle. Liberate.
Yes, my name is Castle.
Liberate.
All right. Give me 5 minutes.
I don't care about the nipple right. You can go away.
I'm
I
excited.
don't like it.
Dandelion is awake, but their leaf is just like flat in front of their face. It's just like, what about Nimble Fright? What about a Nimble Wimble?
There we go.
That was a long rest.
That was a long rest. You can get all your hit points back from your long rest, which, remember, is still a short rest. As part of the healing issues. Long rests are not long rest healing. You don't get all your hit points back, but you get most.
Okay, so wait, how does that work
I
then?
can heal everyone with healing spirit with that the short rest because I get that natural recovery thing.
I
So
only
I
ever went
rolled on
down 2
that.
points.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
You only got damage for 2 points, and that was on the ship. That wasn't with the fireballs or the
Yeah, I
explosive
know.
runes.
And that
I
fireball
managed to
turned
avoid it all.
worse than it actually was. So there wasn't.
Yeah.
I only needed actually 8 hit points left.
It was more positioning when it came to both of those fireballs, like the
Yeah.
so the concussive blast and the all just positioning. So
Oh, by the
this-
way, I give the necklace of fireballs back to Bella. I'm like, I forgot. This is yours.
and it's only got one left.
Are you sure, Lucky?
I'm sorry. There's one missing.
No, I'm glad you used it. I'm just glad you're okay.
She burned up.
Yeah. Well,
Kabam!
that did. I mean, that was very helpful. It didn't kill her. Castle killed her, actually.
We did it as a team.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
All right, let's go find the nimble right.
Okay, we make our way down to the outside.
Outside and essentially go through the front door and let the person in. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
By the time you get
Here
down
you
there,
go.
the fire, the hearth is already on. The hearth is already started by your spirit, and although there's glasses sitting on the bar, none of them's been poured yet. Not
Well,
knowing
I
what
take
to.
care of that.
But they're ready and they're in position. And you do
And
have drinks.
I give a nod of thank you to our pal.
And so the individual that comes in is a large, rough individual that like almost unshaven, but it's like you can see it's like almost a designer stubble. A very different look. Deliberately rough, but not really. Well, rough in a noble style of rough. Is probably the best way of putting it. Designer rough. Even the
Like
clothes.
the actors who have the stubble.
Yeah. yes.
I push a tankard of ale in front of him.
Yes, oh, thank you. I've been sent here by a mutual friend who said that you're looking for a Nimblewright in the city running around. One of the guilds actually found one. I think it was the Dung Sweepers Guild. They found one at the back of an alley. Seems to be hiding or something. And I thought we should pass that information along, and that might help you.
That sounds
I'm going
a
to
lot
kill
like
that
the one we're
thing.
looking for. Why?
It's been avoiding us. It's annoying.
It's not annoying.
Ugh.
Okay, so which guild has it?
The Dung Sweepers Guild is who found or who
Dung
located, but they don't actually have it.
Do you know where it is?
I've been given like an area, but as I said, it's like it's near the like. I'm trying to find the location here. Malgamir's Way and Shadow Alley, like that area
What ward is that?
between
I looking?
Cage Street and Jester's Court.
What ward am I
What
looking
ward?
at?
I'm trying to ping. There,
Oh, there.
Oh, okay. Castle Ward.
Castle
okay.
Ward. Yeah. So my pinging
Okay.
isn't working. My maps isn't working, and we're back. We said apparently.
Okay, found it.
Yeah.
Right
So-
by the Jester's Court.
Between the Jester's Court
Tavern.
and Shadow Alley, like that little area, they said they spotted it.
You mean the Jester's Court Tavern?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's where it was seen, but it was seen there this afternoon. So if you're
Better get
looking to
going.
find it, you may want to get going.
I think we better get going fast. I grab my cape. Treasure hunting cape.
I just gotta be like finishing up a drink.
There's a tavern right there. And I think we'll head out to the high road and take the high road down.
So as always, it's late it's not late at night, but it's getting to the early evening, and there's still a
We've
lot
been
of people
sleeping
around.
all day, so
Our poor sleep schedule's gonna be off.
we'll be working nights for a while.
Well, that does happen from time to time. And is there anything else you would like to do before heading off? Do you need to pick up your canoe?
No, we're not picking up the canoe.
No, you're just leaving it there. Just.
Are you
It's
sure?
its own
What if we
its
need
own
to
purpose.
go in the sewers?
It'll come to us
Fine.
if it truly loves us. We'll find it again.
I guess it'll all work out.
Yep.
Yeah.
On this, as you head out though, you do notice like there is some commotion on the streets, and two things of note. One is that there's seems to be fire in the North Ward, and although like there's people talking about it being under control, but fire in the North Ward, fire is never a good thing in a city. And it seems to be coming from, and I'll draw a drawing on the map, just from, say, this area.
Okay. Oh, that's close.
Yep, so it is
Yeah.
close. So you can smell the wood in the air and the smoke in the air.
Is that by where those the I forget what they were. The
where the Waterdeep was due.
Yeah,
Waterdeep?
around that area. It is kind of around the area of the Waterdeep Zoo, but you're not really certain if it's exactly around that area.
I think those devil worshippers didn't like us exposing them.
You also hear stories on the streets because you've been out and about all yesterday. There's a lot of talk on the streets and a lot of conversations from all walks of life about the nobles that are devil worshippers, and you also hear that you overhear conversation of guard walking past. That they ordered the Waterdeep Zoo to be burnt down, but no one's been out. No one's been caught. But they think that it was got to do with the nobles.
I'll in any case where somebody actually speaks to me, I'll probably say, you know what infernal worshippers like? Fire.
So
I
in
like
no
that person
case,
we met yesterday.
this is spoken to you, but you can add to it.
Okay. I will. When
Yeah,
I can.
add to other people's conversations.
He thinks he's in the conversation.
Of course.
Infernal worshippers sure like fire.
Whenever that happens, I just try to hide behind like castle or something.
They're always burning the stuff.
Oops, we lost connection again. Always losing connection. We'll be back shortly, but
Sound last night.
okay. So we'll move to the alleys, and you may recognise the alley. I've used it a few times. So there you go.
Oh yes, yeah.
So
Seem
what
to
you
remember
can't see on the
carrying
GM's
power.
layer is all the tokens which I've just put off to the side. So you find yourself in between two large thoroughfares, not like the high road, which is one of the biggest thoroughfares, but you're essentially in alleys between two larger roads, and that's where you find yourself. And you've been told that the Nimblerite was seen earlier that day.
I pull out the detector.
And it's certainly that's close.
We'll go this way and see if it spins more.
It's in this area. Don't walk off the map. I can see exactly what you just did.
It's not that way. Try this way.
Okay. So it's spinning essentially as fast as it's going to go.
Okay.
It's somewhere in this area.
I think we should go that way.
Okay, go that way. And I'll just take your blesses off as well.
Yeah.
It always looks like Lucky and Bella are in love because they're the only ones that put their hearts as bless. So
Well, they certainly love each other. I don't know if they're in love.
Yeah.
The
Well,
sibling love.
you were shipping.
In fact, I have a feeling that if anyone suggested they were in love, they would go, ew!
Yeah.
You were certainly shipping last night.
But
So we will need like investigations or
I've got a
perceptions
D&D
for
joke.
searching.
Got a D&D joke. So, last night, I think I slept with an earth elemental. I hit rock bottom.
Okay, so searching through that little bit of the alley, there's nothing that you can find, as in you don't see
dig
it,
through
you
the
don't find
trash.
it in there. Yeah,
Not
Find some
there.
nice.
but the others have known that they do tend to put trash on themselves to hide.
Oh well, we'll do a quick search to make sure.
So Dandelion did a search and thinks
Yeah, I was
there's
digging
nothing
through
there.
the trash. Just found mice and rats.
Way.
So this area is actually, it's very quiet at this part of the night. There's not really anyone on the streets. The lantern lighters haven't really. They usually go to the main sections and less into the alleys, in between the houses. Troll Scroll being Noble Ward, does get lanterns, but other areas don't really get the lantern lighters come through. It's all a cost thing. So that section will go out to the main street.
I don't think so. Not there.
And you don't believe there's anybody at that side.
Ooh, I looked through these crates.
There's bodies.
Like dead bodies?
No. The crates are just the crates. Oh, as simple. Crates are empty. Done. I don't have an issue with you stealing from them.
Shoes. Just a bunch of shoes. Really old shoes.
Human-sized
say?
shoes.
Yes. Yeah.
Shoes, you say?
Wait. What kind of shoes are these shoes? I need to know.
Knee
Moth-eaten
highs.
shoes. Only the
Knee
right
highs?
shoe. because
Male
nobody's stealing the left
knee-highs.
shoe.
Male knee-high shoes. I need one of these. Can you take one? A left-footed one,
Only a
and I'll put it
left.
in my pack for later. Yep.
put in a leather male knee-high shoe. A
I'm just
knee-high
gonna look
boot.
at Castle.
That's,
I mean, okay.
don't know. Don't know.
And I whisper to Bella, I'm like, maybe just keep a little bit of space between you and Castle.
You're rubbing off on him.
And then I will continue looking as though nothing has happened.
I'm just gonna like message back to Lucky. I'm a little bit worried. I think I don't.
Just don't get too close. That's all I'm saying. Everything is going to be fine.
Just
I
fine.
think. I think whatever is it, Xandor or something like that.
Zardoz?
Zardo. I can't like.
Zardor.
Yeah. I think he broke him.
Something happened.
We go under this thing?
No,
Yeah.
that blocks the alley.
Oh, okay.
But that blocks the back of the alley.
Is there anything there? I don't see
Um,
anything.
Well, that blocks the alley. So yeah, and no one's done perception in this section.
Well, we'll fix that.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, as you're looking around the alley, you see a hand reaching out from a pile of rubbish and putting some more rubbish on it.
Where do we see that?
Behind you.
Go to there. Hello? Oh, there he is. Hi!
As a hint, as it springs out of its rubbish with a club or a stick. Move over to there. Makes it easier. I'm just trying to position you. Is that everybody? Not yet.
No,
Not Dandelion.
not Dandelion.
I was reloading my map because I couldn't see any of the
No.
things that were there
Bummer.
because it was just a completely white screen.
Well, that's not good.
The acts, not Roll20 acts weird for some people for some reason.
Yeah, sometimes it works for, and sometimes it doesn't. But it's still a great program.
Yeah.
The death save thing that didn't happen until the most recent update, and I don't know why it happened because it didn't happen before, and now there's like I can't figure out why it's just the button's just gone.
Yeah.
And it's
I
only
know.
on my
Does
end.
it still say death saves or
No.
it
I
just
sent it like a
successes, failures,
screenshot.
and then blank?
Yeah, it just says success, failure, and then just nothing. And
What's-
click.
Yeah.
What browser are you using? Because that could be that.
It's Google Chrome.
Okay, I'm using Chrome as well, so I still have it.
I know somebody who the character sheets are blank for
Yeah.
him, like no matter what.
So Bella, you see the Nimble Rider motion, and it seems to have a club in its hand as it's throwing off all the rubbish.
Mm-hmm. Can I just try to tackle it?
You can try, so grapple.
Yeah. Would that be like strength? or
It's
what?
athletics
Okay, athletics.
Versus its strength.
versus its athletics or acrobatics,
It
which will
tries.
likely be its strength or dexterity.
Oh, sorry, that's wrong. This has still got lots of bits and pieces. So toggle, back to that, and public. So it tries to wriggle out of your attack, and it does.
Darn it.
Ooh.
So it does actually have acrobatics. Yay! And the Nimblewright strikes at Bella then.
The one time I try to be nice.
I know. It did try. And it swings down with its club. And swings down again with its club. Yep.
Like, good grief.
Yep.
The one time I try to be nice. Well,
And
I've
take-
learned my lesson.
Take 14 points of damage, please. Lucky?
Evil is the way from now on. Well, I don't like that it's hurting Bella. That's kind of a problem. I was hoping to make friends with this thing, but it hurt Bella.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want it to hurt Bella anymore.
Take Sanctuary, yep.
Yeah. And with my action, I think can't do with my action. I think it could swear there are two of me. There's an error in its program, and suddenly there's a
there we go. Already set up. Dandelion.
Dandelion shall turn into a I'm gonna turn into a dog, a mastiff, a big old fluffy mastiff, and I want to dog pile this Nimblewright.
Dog pile the Nimblewright. That's a weird thing to say, but okay. I don't think you can get into where the clone is, but that's about it.
Can I leap over Bella and just like pile over the dude?
If you essentially do a grapple, but also, I don't think you're going to be able to, because there's no place for you to go.
I think the wild shape actually uses your action as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that.
It's my action.
Okay, I forgot. I didn't realize that one, but yeah. Okay, Castle.
Yep. I think I'm just going to go ahead and shoot it with Eldritch Blast,
Go for
because
it.
I don't think I have a problem seeing over Lucky or his illusory duplicate.
No,
So
he's 3 feet.
And it misses. They blast rubble off it. Bella.
I tried to be nice to you.
You did.
Now you must die.
Yeah, okay. Sneak attack.
Sneak attack. Advantage.
Yeah. Advantage.
Whoa!
Wow.
So what's that? 14,
14
20,
and
Wow.
15.
26.
So 20,
26.
no, it's more than that. Is it?
14, 26. 26.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Of course.
So you've taken more than half its damage. And it's going to do a wisdom saving throw. Still attacking Bella. Club.
Okay, the first one hits.
10 points of damage.
And
Lucky.
All right. So I guess to begin with, a spiritual weapon's going to pop up.
Flying tiles.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's right in the corner with all this. Well, he just pulled himself out of the rubble, so it just piles back onto him. So that's no problem.
you know,
I can't believe after dealing with all those guys being almost thrown overboard, avoiding some fireballs, it's the nimble right that
Yep.
is.
And he's good too.
Yeah. So
Yes.
6 damage. And then with my regular action, I think, let's see. So I cast a spell already. So I got my duplicate within range. So we're both, like, you see these daggers flying from both the duplicate and me. So that gives me advantage.
And he parries.
25.
And doesn't parry enough. 3 points of damage. Dandelion. Oops. There we go.
Well, I can't like get in there, so
You can replace the clone space.
okay. Which is the okay.
Yeah. So even you didn't know which one was the clone.
Nope,
Yeah.
I didn't. I'll go under the clone, like it's gonna be riding me,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna
That's good. Yeah, it's a
basically,
mastiff.
yep. And I'm basically just gonna like hop onto the noble right and try to hold it down with my big body dog weight.
So essentially a grapple.
Yep.
It is a full-size person in look. Like it's not like little, but do you
The
grapple?
nimble rights, is it bigger than the other nimble rights?
No, it's the same size, but they're the size of a person.
Oh, I thought they were small.
No, they're the size of a person.
Oh.
They
I'm
are.
also the size of a person, though.
Yeah.
I'm a
Big-
medium-sized beast.
Yeah.
I am also the size of a person.
Yep. So do your
I'm a big old
strength,
doggy.
strength or acrobatics, or so athletics or acrobatics.
Mine is strength, so I get +1.
I wouldn't even bother because it's actually got some 27 for its roll to get out of your. Cassell?
Grief thing.
Yeah. Oh, Dandelion's a dog, right?
Dandelion's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see over her.
Yes.
So I can shoot the nimble wimble.
See, this is payback for calling it a nimble wimble.
It was
It is
2
quite nimbly,
weeks.
though.
It's more than 2 weeks. Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Has he acted? Oh, he parried. Damn, he parried the wrong attack. You hit.
Sweet.
As
Force
it
damage,
shatters and falls back against the wall with no life at all. And that is the end of our scene. That is the end of our show. We're about a minute late, so really quick. My name's Carl Goblin. We've got other stuff happening. Syrinscape's the audio that we're using. Treant Monk, go to Treant Monk Temple, follow him there. He does amazing stuff. Ursame Arts on Twitch TV, sorry, on Twitter. That's Ursame1. And I can't remember your Twitter, Nick.
Fart smart.
Fart Smart. God, that's weird, but I like it. And Bozo doesn't have anything to promote, I'm guessing.
That is correct. I am still a boring person.
Okay, so I've got to head off. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. As they were a couple minutes late, I've got to quickly go and pick up my little goblin from school. I also just realised, well, it's kind of to speed up the combat as well, is, by the way, boys and girls, they have damage resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks. Whoops. Damn! This is the second show in a week that I've done that and forgotten about that one. Checking resistances, always important. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've pretty much got to head off, so thank you everybody for listening and watching. With 3 strings. There we go. So, bye!